Hey everyone, welcome back to the IWEP Network, or if it's your first time, welcome hanging out with us. Thank you so much for choosing this podcast, and feedback is always welcome. So make sure to check the links below for all social media links, audio and video versions of this show, and merch. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing that feedback, and enjoy the show. Do that. Hey everyone, we're here. We're live. Episode number 20. Yeah, we hit the 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. I should probably get that ready. I'm off my game tonight. I apologize. Let me woosah here. Where we at? Thank you to our sponsor, Abaddon Tattoo Studio, a unique professional experience nestled in the small town of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. They provide high quality tattoos and piercings in a relaxed, professional, and sterile environment. If you want to check out their thing, check out them all on social media. Instagram has all their artists hyperlinked to their page, so they can go and you can check out all their work and check out all that fun stuff. Thank you guys for the chat is open. If you're watching live, if you're checking the replay out, thank you for listening. As of right now, the podcast is still on the IWEP network on all forms of podcast platformery. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just did it.
Platformer.
But what I did the past
skullduggery
last weekend or 2 weeks, I don't even. It's just a lot of stuff we're doing on the side here, but. The podcast now has its own platform. So if you go on Spotify, as of right now, it's not on Apple or
Apple takes like 2 or 3 weeks to
So
or whatever.
We're not everywhere yet, but if we're not on your platform, let us know. Send us a message, and we'll try our hardest to get it on that platform. But if you listen to it on any podcast platform, such as like Spotify or Anchor, right now, if you search "To Truth Behind Illusion," it has its own platform. So. If you want, you can stay subscribed to the IWP network, and that's huge, and thank you. If you can write reviews or anything like that, that does help. But the reason we made the platforms themselves is because when people search it, if they're new to the show or they're just joining us, they can go and check that out.
And then that show. They can get whatever show you want.
Just that. And then you can go back and listen to the back catalog, and you don't have to scroll through 500 episodes of 5 different shows. Yeah.
I just checked Apple.
Yeah.
They're there.
What?
They're there.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking news. Now
We
available
all
on
Apple.
We are now on
Apple, iTunes. You got the app.
Check the other ones.
I
literally just looked like
Really?
Banging Beers, and it wasn't there yet. And
Okay, well, you're not on an Apple device.
and Truth Behind Illusion.
Oh.
Well, no, I went on the actual Anchor to see if it was on there.
Oh.
And because Truth Behind Illusion is the last one I did.
Oh, well, that one's on.
Interesting. All right, so we are on Apple. So if you're listening, go to Apple and give us a 5-star review.
Woohoo.
It's like this show.
Yeah, reviews and stuff on Apple and podcast platforms are really, really helpful to help us grow and get our name out there. That's the biggest thing now. We're just trying to really grow and get our name out. So if you're listening live or checking it out, definitely hit the share button. Let people know we exist. Tell people about us. Merch pages right now are down, having some quality issues when it comes to the logos with our logos talking to the website. A few people ordered some stuff, and I looked at it, and it wasn't what I wanted when it comes to if you're going to spend your money supporting us. I don't want you to order something and it's not to the quality I would expect.
Yeah.
But if you still want to support the show without getting merchandise as of right now, because I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, because we're all really busy and it takes a lot to fix all that kind of stuff, you can go to the Patreon. We have a $1 shout out. So if a bunch of you do $1, that's awesome. If you can do a $5 donation, you're going to get bonus content and see and do more cool things with the network. But yeah,
There it is.
what's that?
Cool High School shows up.
Oh, cool.
Banging Beers does not.
Okay, so Banging Bears
It's probably
is there.
converting or whatever they say.
Yeah, because there's like 107 of those episodes. Yeah, so we are on Apple. Cool, thank you. I don't have Apple, so I couldn't double check it. But yeah, that's all I got tonight. We are going to cover Clinton Road, New Jersey, and this is the hodgepodge of everything. I mean,
anything you could want. That's why I picked it.
it literally
Great stuff.
dives into ghost. It dives into aliens. It dives into cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
It dives into serial killers. It dives into the Ku Klux
I
Klan.
was gonna say, and the
Yeah.
KKK.
Druids, Wiccan,
Witches.
ghosts, yeah,
Ghosts.
Anything.
strange animals, even
Yeah.
animals that shouldn't be there that are not cryptids.
Does a ghost building count?
Yeah, the ghost building. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a
Because it
lot.
comes back.
It's ghost cars.
Do you think the
Yeah.
Mothman has been there?
I'm sure.
at
I
this
feel like
guy.
it's the orgy supernatural on that highway.
Yeah, it's a cornucopia of
what
paranormal.
was that movie where they go to the
Supernatural orgy.
4 points and they go at nighttime to like experience the 4 points, and then they get there and there's like people are having a giant orgy on the.
Oh, I don't know.
It was a comedy movie. You know the 4 points where you can go in the one
Arizona,
Yeah.
Nevada, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
state, and there was like
where they're a perfect square.
What was it?
yeah.
Was Seth Green in it?
No, it was. Oh, I know what movie it is.
I don't know. I'm
The
not a movie.
vacation movies.
Yeah,
But the remake version.
the new National
Yeah.
Lampoon.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
With Helms,
Yeah.
and Helms, yeah. So they go to the 4 points and they're like, "We're here," and then all these spotlights cut on it. It's like a giant bust, and people are having a giant orgy on the 4
Whoa,
points.
well,
So this
hey,
is what this
Wow.
is. It's just a supernatural orgy on this stretch of highway,
yeah,
and how fitting that it's in New Jersey.
I know.
Yeah,
Very
2 hours away, 2 hours and 10 minutes from
This-
my house in St. Clair.
this will be a definite road trip once the snow goes away.
Yeah.
So we're going to
I'm
the
down.
diner then.
I'm
What?
down.
We're going to the diner.
Okay, the diner is nowhere near it, so we
Go to
can.
Okay, we can go out of the
We
way a little
can't.
bit.
What
The
diner?
Can't.
The Clinton Station Diner.
with the big ass burgers.
Yeah, so Clinton
Oh,
Road.
giant
that's right.
Giant ones.
Clinton Road is nowhere
Dave
near
Wonder.
Clinton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's an hour away, maybe more.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's a big.
But
burger.
they have the giant burgers and they're awesome. It is very nice.
Alright.
And you get there's a trolley car and you can sit in the trolley car
That's
Oh,
cool.
or
I
a
like
train
that.
car. It might I don't know. It's
Mhm.
one or the other.
At the diner?
And then when you come in, like the main thing, there's a train that goes around like that. Like
Aw.
yeah, it's very nice.
It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah,
I would like to
Yeah.
eat there.
but there's huge hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with huge hamburgers.
Yeah. And then
Small burger.
one last quick announcement I want to do before I turn it over to Andy and he'll take us away here on the topic is we are looking for some fan participation.
Mhm.
So if you would like to be a part of the show at some point, we're not really doing guests in studio anymore
Mhm.
because we don't have the chairs and that's just what we're doing. But if you have a story or you're a part of something, you can do a Skype or like how we're
Yeah.
doing the prison. That will still be a thing, hopefully, once the COVID goes away. But instead of being with us live, you can email us. All the links and stuff are below. You can email us or send us on any social media a video or a audio clip or just type out the story. You can do it anonymously or you can do it. We'll say your name.
If you
and-
feel like want people to think you're nuts or something.
Yeah,
just write
we
the story.
want to
and
hear
say-
your stories. So if you have a spooky ghost story or an experience you experienced, that's
Yeah, there you go.
Nailed it.
That's good.
Experience.
You listen
you
to the
lived
Jerry
through.
or the Jimi Hendrix experience album.
Yeah. You can.
had an
We will go ahead and add those to the show and listen to your stories.
Yeah.
We may or may not give some commentary to them. I'm not saying. All right,
We're not gonna make fun of you. We're not
We're
gonna
not
say
gonna make fun of
No,
you.
no.
fucking idiot said.
yeah,
It will be
He's seeing a
respectful.
Bigfoot
They will-
because he's a fucking idiot.
yeah. We will be completely respectful, but we probably will have some not fun with it, but we're still trying to be a little
We'll have banter.
entertaining. We're not going to pick
Yeah.
on you. We're going to be very respectful, but we're listening. We're open to hearing your stories.
Just like stalagmites.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stalagmites.
like
And if you haven't watched that, go check out Patreon.
there's a
Yeah.
the last Patreon episode here was really funny.
That was a lot. That was a good one.
I've never seen
It
Andy.
was.
I've been
That's
recording.
funny.
I've been podcasting
It's
with
worth
Andy
it just
3
to
years.
see Andy break.
He
Mhm.
broke so hard.
That should also be a podcast trip, I think.
Oh,
we can all
Crystal
heck
Cave?
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal Cave.
Stalagmite.
I'd like to see it. I mean,
Recreate
it's
the photo?
local. Yeah.
create the photo.
Hold
Yes.
hands.
It's
Mhm.
right there.
I had that
actually.
meme of what's his name, idiot from Nickelback, and I was gonna say, look at this
Chad
fucking,
Kroeger.
look at this fucking rock, and it's gonna be the rock on his phone, and then put the guy's face over Nickelback guy's face.
Chad
Over
Kroeger.
Chad Kroeger's face.
I like Nickelback, just so you all know.
She's the only one.
That makes
That makes one.
Sorry.
No.
it's all starting
No,
to make sense,
there is-
Brie.
Wait, what?
It's all starting to make sense now. The
Ever.
Dallas Cowboys,
Oh,
Nickelback.
God.
Hey, Creed used to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I also like Creed, just so you all
There
know.
you go.
Have you ever watched the Creed halftime Super Bowl, like the halftime Super Bowl, whatever? Not the halftime, the
Oh.
opening ceremony.
No, but now I need
Wow,
to.
did they do it back in the day when they were hot?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
With arms wide open.
And I said Super Bowl.
And all of a sudden, like people are flying with like
Oh,
wings and stuff. It
King
was,
of the world.
yeah.
Mm.
I
The-
still think they have good
It was so
songs.
bad. The
Nothing
band
wrong
was
with
like,
them.
I was singing, and then all of a sudden, a shirtless man on robes came swinging
It
through.
was just Bruno.
Yeah.
They have good music, guys. I don't know what
Whoa.
you're talking about.
I want to say her
I can get
her
down with
opinions do not
Creed.
reflect the
Creed.
podcast's
Creed.
opinions.
Yeah.
I can get down with Creed sometimes.
Yeah.
From time to time, Sometimes Creed just hits the spot.
Milli
They
Vanilli
do.
made a lot of money.
What are you saying?
What's wrong? What's
Vanilla
wrong with
Ice
Milli
had a career.
Vanilli?
Listen, don't you ever disparage Go Ninja Go, all right?
God.
I will not sit here and allow you
I
to
had that
disparage.
Ninja Turtles album.
So
as a
did
kid.
I. I loved it.
Oh, but that's okay, right?
Listen,
but,
Go Ninja
but
Go
me,
Ninja Go is a
Exactly.
fucking
See-
masterpiece.
You see
Double
how this
standard.
is here? You see how this is here? My music's not okay, but Tony's weird music's okay. What the
the
hell?
Ninja Turtles album, movie album.
Listen, you
I bet
haven't
it's awful, man.
you haven't lived life until
There
you
was
heard
like they all
Master
rap.
Splinter doing Tequila. They just played Tequila, and the part where it says it's literally Sprinter. Tequila.
Yeah. Oh God.
So this is acceptable, but Creed and the
No, it's
clap
not.
or
It's not
It's-
acceptable.
I just like to know why,
It just
like
looks-
why
it
this
just-
is okay.
It's just slightly more acceptable.
One of these days, Bree's just gonna stand up, flip
flip
the
the table.
table, and leave.
Would you rather see Creed live or the Ninja Turtles rap live?
Creed.
I don't know. I'd rather
Wait,
see the
are they
Ninja
in
Turtles
the
rap.
suits?
Yeah,
Are they, okay.
they're the
I'm
movie
in the
suits.
Yeah.
We're not
Bree
gonna
and
say the
I'll-
quality
Bree
of
and
the
I'll
rap.
go see Creed. You guys go see the Ninja
Yes.
Turtle raps.
And we'll enjoy ourselves.
We will.
I just-
out of spite.
I just want.
Yes.
I don't want the Ninja Turtles that went on the road last time. Those were terrifying.
Oh,
Nope,
those ones.
that
are
you
like,
don't get to choose. You get what you get.
Remember the
You
Rockstar
get what you
Turtles?
get,
Yeah, what you
Tony.
get.
That's right. You get
Kinda.
what you get.
They were
I
bad.
just picture the movie ones for some reason.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
the movie
what you
ones,
get,
and
you
then
don't get
they
upset.
made
That's
secondary.
right.
Oh, shitty ones.
Oh, they were bad. Real bad. All right, so Clinton Road, New Jersey.
Where
Let's
you
go, Andy.
see Creed. And
There's no Ninja
Nickelback?
Turtles.
Oh,
There might
Clinton
be.
Road, New Jersey.
Listen, I'm not counting it out. Everything else is at Clinton Road.
Should I read it in Twilight Guy voice?
Yes.
Clinton Road, New Jersey, a 10-mile stretch of road said to be home to everything from spectral children, phantom vehicles, satanic cults, strange creatures, the KKK, UFO sightings, and even snow in July. Okay, I can't do that for long.
How does it get spookier?
Yeah.
KKK.
I like how the KK is a mile. Oh, they're
Who's
spooky.
the guy on
No, they
YouTube?
just hate
Who's the guy
people.
on- Who's the guy on YouTube that talks like this?
Oh, that guy Tony likes him. I hate that guy.
Oh yeah.
Join us. for-
Real scary stories from Clinton Road, #1.
His voice is so
Oh,
annoying.
man.
Number
I would-
one,
I
the
don't wanna know that.
KKK.
I can't watch
I'll
that
bash
guy.
him.
When
Yeah,
you're
Buffalo.
driving down the road at Clinton, New Jersey, you'll come across a man in a pointy white hat.
and this
Yeah,
girl
okay.
bashing her head off a wall.
Give him
doing
enough.
that voice.
That's enough with him. We didn't want to give him any more exposure than he gets.
Chills. Yes, that is chills. Thank you, James.
He's an
Thank you,
asshole.
James.
All right. Why does this stretch of road bring about all signs of things paranormal and downright strange? Is there something more sinister here located in the basement of an old castle or near a bridge at a sharp turn in the road? Is there demon dogs or ghostly park rangers still patrolling this popular area that has almost next to nothing but forest in it? Let us find out.
Oh.
This is from Wikipedia. This is nothing spooky here. Clinton Road is located in West Milford, Passaic County, New Jersey. It runs generally, what does it say? It runs in a generally north-south direction, beginning at Route 23 near Newfoundland and running roughly 10 miles, 16 kilometers for our friends in the UK to the northern terminus at Upper Greenwood Lake. The road and land around it have gained notoriety over the years as an area rife with many legends of paranormal occurrences, such as sightings of ghosts, strange creatures, and gathering witches, Satanists, and, like we said, the Ku Klux Klan, which, yeah, they're bad, but they're not scary. It is also rumored the professional killers dispose of bodies in the surrounding woods, with one recorded
Oh,
case of this
shit.
occurring.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it has been a regular subject of discussion in Weird New Jersey magazine. I bought the book; it did not come. Some get
It's
coming
because
tomorrow.
it's
Yeah,
$1,000. I mean,
which one devoted an entire issue to it. In the woods of a local police chief, it's a long. In the words of a local police chief, it is a long, desolate stretch and makes the imagination go nuts. You boys better not go in them woods. I tell you what.
The scariest
Yes,
part
it is
about
They're
this,
gonna make it go crazy.
the scariest part about this road also is it's notorious for having the country's longest traffic light.
Yeah. I have
Oh,
that at the
how
bottom.
long?
Yeah.
how-
So I kept that because that's just interesting.
Do they time it? Do we have an
Yes,
do you
yes,
know
they
the
do.
Oh,
number?
it's
Oh,
timed.
There are
Yeah.
very few houses along the road, and much of the adjoining property is underdeveloped, publicly owned woodlands. Whoa, what is that? Turn that off.
What is that?
Put that cigarette out.
Is that a ghost
Yeah.
from Clinton, New Jersey, chiming in?
Mean Gene.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Okay. So under blah, 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 blah. The road itself is a narrow 2-lane highway that receives little maintenance, is not a part of New Jersey's county route system, and was until fairly recently unpaved for some of its length, connecting two areas of minimal population growth and thus having little traffic even at its busiest times of day. There it is. It is also notorious for having the country's longest traffic light wait. This occurs at the double intersection where Route 23 crosses the road. The two lights can cause motorists to wait for 5 minutes in total.
Oh, shut up.
the
Can
lengthy
you
wait. But,
imagine?
yeah.
No,
I'll just
I would
walk.
run. I would run the
I'll
red
just
That's
light.
walk.
2
there.
minutes shorter than Stairway to Heaven.
Wow.
No thanks.
I'll just walk.
Like right when the
Take my
guitar solo
chances.
kicks in, you're finally going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine sitting in life? I would just drive through it.
Yeah.
I was gonna
probably
say
would
I would
too.
commit a crime. I would go
It
through.
can't be
red
that
light.
busy.
5 minutes.
Maybe that's a haunt. It's a haunted light.
Yes.
You can do so much in your life in 5 minutes.
Yeah, think about that.
Nobody's stopping at that red
And
light.
kill a man.
Yeah.
That's why they're all dumped there.
I was gonna say yeah.
Kill a man.
The red light killer.
I
They
can,
Yeah.
get bored, so they just kill people.
I can
I
make
guess. I don't
14
know.
babies in 5 minutes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
That's a lot of babies. Wow.
Someone do that math.
That was a yeah. That was
I
a
had wine in my mouth.
that was bad at sex joke.
Oh.
Yeah, like I don't last very long.
It's like a Howard Stern. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This show's also not for the children. just-
No.
Not safe for
Rated
work.
R
and not
or
work for
mature.
safe.
And it's not work for safe.
You pick R or mature. Write it in the comments.
So the 10 miles of road stretch. I read that. Dyslexia. The 10-mile stretch of road sits in a quiet corner of Garden State, about 55 miles northwest of New York City, and like I said, it's a little over 2 hours away from us in Northeast Pennsylvania. It is home to Clinton Reservoir, the Clinton Furnace, Hanks Pond, Terrence Pond, Bearfort Waters near the former Bearfort or Cross Castle. And then we go on. We're going to start with the Cross Castle.
Is it a real castle?
It was a real castle.
I would like to
Yeah,
go
there's
in it.
a couple pictures.
Well,
It's
You can only
you-
see it on October
yeah,
30th.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
I'm going October 30th.
You can't go in it right now, but we'll get there. A supposed hotspot for haunted activity, the Cross Castle, located near Newfoundland, New Jersey, was built in 1905 by Richard Cross. Dick Cross. Him and his family
What a
called
lovely
it
name.
Bearfort, which, there's bears in the mountains. After the mountain range that surrounds it, there you go. It was said to stand 3 stories tall and look more like a castle than a mansion. Cross died in 1917, and the family would wind up selling the property to the city of Newark in 1919. A fire destroyed most of the structure, leaving only the stone walls and foundation left behind. In 1988, it was demolished by the Newark Watershed Commission for being deemed structurally unsound. Before it was razed to the ground, the site was said to be home of satanic cults, Wiccans, and KKK gatherings.
What a population.
By 1988, let me just finish this paragraph. Then.
Yeah.
What was left of the place was covered in graffiti, with the most famous piece of it containing a passage from the Satanic Bible itself, aka Ex Satanicus, the Levian Church of Satan's Code of Conduct. And I couldn't really find out what it actually said. Just some basic phrase.
You know what's the craziest thing? Like more people would probably rather hang out with the Wiccans than the Satans, obviously. You know what I mean? Like
I would rather. I,
Hey,
mean,
the
I would
Wiccans,
rather.
I don't know the Satanists.
KKK.
Yeah.
Hail Satan, bro. This guy's weird.
Yeah. I mean, if all three of them, the KKK is gonna be at the bottom. I don't
Yeah.
want to hang with them.
Seriously.
But like, there's nothing supernatural with it.
But the
Yeah, they're
Satanists,
assholes.
Satanists are
They're
like,
just
bro,
jerks.
you're ruining this
Yeah.
road for us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This was a nice place, and you came here with hate.
Go find somewhere else.
We're gonna get that Giles Jones after you. You spent-
They're the ones getting
We'll
killed.
get there later.
Probably. They're the ones getting killed and dumped. KKK.
One story claims that the demolition crew were said to be baffled by graffiti written on walls of the basement that seemingly had no entrance. Others claim to get sick to their stomachs, even a report of feeling of stiffness or gagging. No sexual innuendos there. One woman even claimed she saw a vision of a young boy being slaughtered while on the forming castle's
Oh,
grounds.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
Ugh.
And
That
it is
sounds
rumored.
like bath salts to
Hey,
me.
yeah. And it is rumored that the castle does reappear, quite like Castlevania, on October 30th.
Well, I'll be there October 30th.
Sure it does.
Every October 30th. I want to go.
I'm
Like,
sure.
I'll be there.
there it is.
Could
Like-
you imagine?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a picture of it.
The castle just reforms.
Yes.
There it is.
57.
Yeah.
like
59.
like that anime. the
There it
Howling
is.
Tony goes
what?
behind the
Howling
car to
Castle?
like take a
I don't know
pee,
what-
and like we see it, and he comes back and he's like, I missed it.
Yeah.
Yes,
I missed it.
happened."
Yeah, it only appears for like 5 seconds. Oh, it's like,
I was stuck in traffic.
oh, I dropped my drink. Yeah,
missed
that
it.
goddamn light. At the Clinton light.
It will be there all day though, so you can get stuck. For
I
5
love how
minutes,
that.
You'll
Like,
get
how
there.
did that come about? Like the castle reappears on October. Why October 30th?
Maybe
Because it's the day before Halloween.
Yeah, because the Wiccans. Like, why wouldn't it? Like, hey, it reappears every August 2nd.
maybe I could give you like a serious answer.
Every
you know?
June 8th.
You know
every
how
June 8th.
When something traumatic happens and people are tied to this earth and it repeats, the reoccurring haunting.
Mhm.
Maybe that
Maybe
could be
it burned
why.
down August 30th or October 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Real quick, Wendy said I've been watching on YouTube. Can you? And I couldn't see the comments there. Yeah, the way with this new streaming service is, you can't see people that are commenting if they're commenting, like, unless I do one of these numbers where it's like, hey, here's your comment, like, but I'd have to go through every single person every time they commented. But yeah, if you're on Facebook, that's where majority of the people watch. But we really, really encourage you guys, if you are watching on Facebook, if you could just take like 3 minutes and go give us a subscribe over on YouTube as well.
Mhm.
Because if we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, like they start paying us for views. You know what I mean?
Monetize.
So yeah, obviously if we're trying to make these big corporations pay us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. Take that
Um,
money.
And we're trying to do it without, like, I know a lot of podcasts just like 14 commercials.
Ugh.
There's I know this is completely off site, but there's a podcast.
I want to
listen
talk about the binos around Cross Castle, but first I want to tell you about the glory that is Omaha State.
Yeah. We're gonna get right back to
Yeah.
Clean Road. But first,
Electronic
Yeah.
foot brush.
does your dick not work?
Yeah.
We have these pills. Like,
Magic Spoon cereal is delicious.
that's legit a thing. Like,
I know.
and there's just one podcast I listen to,
They shoehorn it in.
and I guess because of the platform they're on. I mean, if they're making money on it, awesome. But
Yeah.
they sounded like they weren't really making money, and they like on the site that they were using, they have to do a commercial every 30 to 45 seconds.
Oh,
What?
That's
What?
insane. I would jump off.
That's
How
so
could you enjoy the
many.
show?
That's so stupid.
Go to
we
a
are
different
trying.
platform.
I would never listen to that podcast.
We're trying
No.
really,
Unsubscribe.
like, obviously we want to get to the point where we can make some money off doing this
Mhm.
and fund some
And we
things.
can make money in our Mac Weldon underwear.
Yeah. But we also
They can
don't
sponsor
want to.
me undies.
I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Are you
And if
reading
we
my mind?
are going to do sponsors on this show, I'm going to make sure they're up and coming, our local business sponsors. Like,
Yeah.
Like Abaddon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anthony actually might be able to help you with that because he's over the 1,000.
is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think
Good for
I have to go through it thing, but I believe that a few of the Facebook pages can be monetized as well. So we can be monetized for making videos on Facebook.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But I just have to go
That would
through
be
it.
sick.
I think it's once a page gets over 1,000 likes, and then you could even monetize community pages once they hit
That's
1,000.
cool.
So
we're
Wow.
not far away from
just
that
as
on
long as
Apple.
I'm not associated with it because I've been unrestricted.
yeah,
for
you're
so
Yeah.
you're a bad
I've
girl
been
on Face.
bad.
Yeah.
You're just
Oh.
podcast girl.
Yeah.
not
just
me.
currently, I'm just always in Facebook jail.
We that's a loophole though. She comes on camera and she's like, "Gotcha, bitch." But yeah. So if you guys wouldn't mind, like I said, the links are below that you can check out the links. I guess this is kind of an ad read for ourselves. Yeah, the IWEP network. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, IWP Network.
Anyway, but yeah, so if you are on Facebook, that's where you'll see a lot of the comments and you can hang out and see everybody.
Steven Singer.
Yeah. Do you hate Steven
Yeah.
Singer?
Who's that? Is
And
the
he
guy with the
he's a
weird
jewelry
voice?
He's
guy.
a jewelry guy.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
everyone hates him because he has the. Oh,
He does make the roses dipped in
I have
gold.
Gold?
Yeah,
Oh, they are
they're very nice. I
pretty,
bought my
yeah.
mom one for Valentine's.
I have one. Yeah.
What, like actual
Nice.
roses?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actual roses and they dip them in gold, but like and then some parts are like see through, like
Oh.
I don't, but they have gold encrusted. They're really
Huh.
nice. You have to check them out. They're like
Oh.
$50. They're nice.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
bad at all. Just,
Sophie's Jewelers does that around here. I think.
Oh, do
would
they?
like one. Yeah, Sophie Jewelers does it.
Yeah.
They're very nice there too.
all right.
I like them.
Yeah.
Back to the road with
Back to this, yeah,
KKK.
this
So-
castle.
What
comes
if it's
back.
just like a giant cardboard cutout that
Of the
somebody,
castle?
like,
Somebody
brings up
just
on
goes-
the 30th? Yeah, it just like flips up.
All right, boys, pull the rope.
I'll be very upset if I drive that far.
I would
And then falls
fucking
back down.
die.
That would be awesome.
I would love that.
I better
I'd
see
be a
something
little
else.
disappointed, but then I'd be like, "That's incredible."
Yeah.
A good wind blows and it just falls over, and you're like, son of
Oh,
a bitch.
well, and then someone's like, well, it appeared. All
Better-
right, pay that tax.
Better see some ghosts if I drive that far for that.
I had to go through a toll
I
for
don't know.
that.
If I drove that far
Better
and there's a
go.
couple guys and they pulled up a cardboard castle, I'd be pretty happy.
I'd high five.
Yeah, I'd be like, I
Not
like this.
me. I
I'd
need
throw-
a
I'd
ghost
throw
if
him a
I
Every
fiver.
year, one day a year. Why not all the time?
It's a clan guy, there's one Satanist,
The guy in the robe,
and then one witch, and then a druid's watching. Pull, pull, pull.
a guy in like a ghillie suit. That's,
Yeah.
that's like, "Oh, I'm a cryptid."
Yeah,
I better see a real cryptid.
I'm a
if I drive
cryptid
that
over
far.
here.
I better see.
You got a cryptid over
Bigfoot.
there.
Satanist is like, Tom, we're not lighting it on fire.
Yeah,
We almost took out the woods last time.
burn, and then the KKK guy's like, "What fire? I have something to burn."
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm like,
thank
get out of here. Get.
I actually, this is a KKK story.
God.
I just started playing Red Dead again, Red Dead 2.
Okay.
And there's a few spots at the game at night when you're going through the woods.
Oh, and they're out.
And they have like the KKK members in the woods. But the funny thing is, like, if you hide in the, you can go in, obviously,
And
murder
just-
them all.
Yeah.
But you don't even have to because you'll like, watch them from the bush and they start lighting a cross on fire. And the guy fucks up and lights himself on fire. and then like the cross falls and
Poetic
like they
justice.
all just like kill themselves.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
funny.
That's
game-
what they deserve.
The game makes
Oh,
fun of them.
boy.
It's hilarious.
It's crazy that they just KKK was here. okay.
I know, like among the paranormal.
Yeah, like I don't get it. It's like Black Panthers are in. All right. So
I only care
So,
about the supernatural.
the even wilder claims of the Cross Castle are albinos being spotted, and albinos always go back to that. I'm free riffing here, where they're like,
What if it's just a wet KKK guy?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that
Like
would
it
be the,
rained and then the sheet got stuck to
well,
it.
well, no,
Yeah.
I think
What
the
kind of
albino would be
albino?
the most valued person that a KKK member
He's like a
would want,
shiny.
right?
Yeah, he's like a
'Cause
shiny
they're
human.
perfect. They're
Yeah.
they're perfectly white. And they're perfectly blonde hair. But they
That
always
would
go
be
that
like their Messiah.
yeah, like albinos are always like cannibals, like Ghost Mountain. That I want to do. That we'll talk. What's in the weird Pennsylvania book that said like the cannibal albinos live under Ghost Mountain, and they're always going to get you. Like you stop your car, and if you see an albino, he's going to get you and eat you. It's like
Oh, that's weird.
Well, here's the thing.
I thought we were talking about
why
albino.
albinos? Like
Yeah,
I thought we were talking about
like
animals.
like a
albinos.
guy with a big nose is going to stop
Yeah,
and get
like
you.
realistically, albinos are real people.
Yeah,
They are
So, like,
human.
They're just like,
it goes back to
do you
like
want to join the club? Like,
yeah.
it goes back to like voodoo and early like civilizations because it's I knew a guy that was in like the voodoo culture like from Haiti, and he would say that like the people in his town in Haiti, if a child was born with albinism, that they would literally sacrifice the child because the bones and the skin held supernatural powers.
Wow.
Like
Oh.
it's like that.
or they just don't
That's
have an
creepy.
understanding and it's different. So it's like, it's different. It must be powerful.
Yeah, but like,
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But to them, it's just like
but would could have a society of albinos live and keep making more albinos, or would the DNA just want to? Oh, here's a regular kid, kill it. Like
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
it's
Oh my
possible.
God.
It's just like,
It's just like a group of like little people. They couldn't keep producing. They could have a normal child.
yeah,
Yes.
they
Like a regular size.
Like
child.
on-
Yes.
Not
like
yeah.
there's
Big World,
cases
Little
where
People?
Yeah.
people have like forms of like Down syndrome or like mental disabilities and they have children and they're normal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, and I don't want to say normal as being like, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. So if I say something that's triggering, I
No, it's-
apologize. I'm just speaking. But like, it's just crazy. Like, this is how humans figured things out back then. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're albino. They must be cannibals.
Yeah, and they all
Like-
live. They all
Oh
live
my
with each other.
God.
Yeah.
They're immortal. Like
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Poor people.
so. That's
I
it
know.
for Cross Castle. So move on to another section. of it.
We're not subscribing to the cannibal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cannibal
albino people.
Even
albinos.
though if you see one, don't stop your car. So we're gonna go to the Dead Man's Curve.
If you're hitchhiking on that road, I'm not stopping.
yeah,
for
don't stop for anything on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
realism.
seriously.
I'm not for
Monkey,
anyone, but-
quarter, animal. Just don't stop.
I'm going to be stopping. That's why I
A
went.
bandaged man.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
the
there
bandage
for.
man might be there. He's taking a trip.
Yeah.
Like, think if you were a cryptid and you were aware, you would want to take a trip to places where you would be accepted.
True.
That's
Clinton
true.
Find
Road,
others.
you know?
Clinton
yeah.
Road's like Halloween Town.
Yeah, you just go there.
Yeah.
Just 10 miles. There's plenty of room. So Dead Man's Curve. I don't know if you guys seen the picture, but it's a real sharp curve. And
Yeah.
there's a little bridge right by it.
Everywhere in the world has a dead man.
Yeah,
there's a dead
there's-
man curtain.
I could show you. I
There's
went
one
to
on-
Gears today. And
on
that's
the-
local deer race for those who don't know. And they're up there. There's this really sharp turn, and there's like a coal mine place there. So like that could be Dead Man's Curve.
Yeah,
They're
seriously.
everywhere.
Yeah, and there's one by Tuscarora. There's tons.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel
Tuscarora,
triggered. Why
Youngstown.
don't only men die there? Can a few women eat it every now and then?
Well, yes, that's what we're going to talk
no.
about. Yeah, it's never Dead Woman's Curve.
Yeah.
You
Dead
know what?
Person's Curve.
It's about time
You don't
women
get
get some
changed.
love here.
Don't worry.
That's
Dead-
Just
'cause-
saying.
That's because we die on tricky roads
Yeah,
and
well,
women die on straight roads.
it-
You know?
Oh, God.
Women die.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, Tony?
Us women are always getting a hard time. Give us an easy
I've
time.
drove with Heidi. Like, it's terrifying.
So have I, and she's pretty great. Heidi, you're
Yeah. Sorry, Heidi. You're a terrible driver.
fine.
She'll say, she says,
I don't know. I've never seen her drive. I can't
she
say.
says I'm a terrible driver too.
I
so
can't
You want
say
to talk
left or-
about terrible driving? You want to talk about me being covered in my own coffee because of you?
Oh, yes, yeah. And you didn't even stop to get her another coffee like I suggested.
That was pretty funny. Though.
I thought it was entertaining.
That was hilarious, though.
I could not breathe.
Life moved. There's
Yeah.
very few moments in life that move in slow motion.
That
was one of them.
legitimately, yeah.
I had to take my car out today and clean the back seat, and it's still covered in coffee. I have
Oh my
not
God.
cleaned it. That's been
What?
it's been quite a while.
What's
Oh,
wrong with
God.
you?
I don't go back there. It's not my back seat.
Mm.
Trust me, we don't
Wait.
want to talk about cleaning cars. Like my car's a fucking mess all the time.
Isn't that your car? It's
Yeah.
not your back seat, but it's your car.
Listen, I don't even know what happens back there.
Oh, God.
I've never once in my life sat in the back seat of my own car.
I'm the exact
Same.
Oh
opposite.
my
Same.
god, my car has to be.
My
perfect.
car is always clean, and I
So is
have a
mine.
snow brush and a box of tissues in it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
I have.
I have
yeah.
everything, I have everything but the kitchen sink plus probably some garbage in there.
Mm.
Like,
You know what's bad when the people at the Burger King are like, "Oh, he's back," because they could see the back seat.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Like eating and just
What?
You just follow it.
I would die in that car.
Yeah.
So Andy and I will die in your car. Just
Cleanliness next to godliness, whatever that means.
we're the pigs. It's fine.
if you were to take my seats apart, you probably find at least 6 full large size French fries.
Oh, God.
I will die in your
I thought you were
car.
gonna say like 6 large
No,
mice.
see, you wouldn't die because if you broke down,
large
you could
rats,
have,
you mean?
you could have French fries to
Yeah.
hold you over in a blizzard.
Yeah, you're like, I can't eat my tissues.
What am I gonna do in my clean car?
Your fries are gonna be.
Get out.
I wish I wish I had 7 old jackets that I could put on.
I mean, I have like one
I'm gonna be fucking
like
fine.
one sweater in my car. I have one sweater and one hat in my car, plus my snow brush and tissue box.
I can literally make armor out of Burger King boxes.
Oh, God.
Well, it's gonna burn quick. It's gonna burn quick if the rats don't eat.
I have an army of rats I can summon.
You ever see that Bob's Burgers?
Go!
And I'm really white, so they're like, the albino necromancer. He's got his army of rats and old Burger King fries.
So I'm
proud
assuming
of.
you have the
Yes,
crown.
it is.
I don't
The
have a
Burger
crown.
King
I
crown?
should get
Oh.
one. I should get one.
Oh
Do
my
they still even have
God.
them?
I think
would
they
think
do.
so.
They're probably not COVID friendly right now, Burger King.
Well,
crowns.
no,
They're
no, I
throwaway.
mean you give
They're
away.
cardboard.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
literally
take one.
crying right now.
I know.
Take one,
so
keep it.
would I.
I need another beer. Go ahead, Andy.
No.
So they're
Ask your
going
rat
around the
army to
corner.
bring it to you.
Yeah. And the wife says stalagmite.
No, they're out in the
They're like,
car.
Where? And then they die.
Summons them. Just said that.
Go ahead, Andy. You can continue.
Dead Man's Curve.
I'm just,
All
I'm just
right.
messing
Yeah,
with
sure. It
Tony
has a
'cause he
lame
always
name,
does
but it is a
me.
curve. And that's what
So
you
some
default
curve.
the name to. Another hot spot of horror along the
Mm.
fabled road is Dead Man's Curve, a very sharp turn in the road right near a bridge, which leads to 2 ghost stories. The first is what I'm gonna call the Phantom Camaro girl.
Ooh.
Said to be driving her 1988 blue Chevy Camaro, so which is pretty nice for the time. I'm sure she was getting a lot of attention with that. Towards Route 23, very fast. Her high speed left her unable to make the turn safely, and she drove straight into the cement divider, crashing her car and killing her instantly.
Ooh.
The tale is, if you tell the story of the girl crashing
the
while
fuck
driving on Clinton Road yourself, you will see a 1988 blue Camaro will pass by you, which is like who came up with that?
Blasting Britney
She's just
Spears.
No, Britney
My
Spears.
What's wrong with Britney Spears?
Well, this
I
is
love
what's
Britney.
wrong with Britney Spears.
I love Britney.
She wasn't around 1988.
She was
That's
like
true.
3, probably. She's
All right, so she's
Her
listening to
career
Pat
wasn't
Benatar.
around.
no, but she was
she's-
like 5.
Yeah,
Just
like
the-
you wouldn't be listening to Britney
It's
Spears.
a ghost girl
You'd
blasting
be listening
Pat
to
Benatar.
Tiffany.
Yeah, Pat Benatar.
Tiffany.
Maybe,
there you
yeah.
go.
Maybe Paul. Did you say Paula?
Paula Abdul. There you
Oh,
go.
she's from
Cool.
Jersey. She's listening to Paula.
Yeah.
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 Jersey
nothing
girls.
wrong with her either.
Well, I like that they narrowed it down to a 1988 blue
Blue
Chevy
Chevy
Camaro.
Camaro.
Not 19, well, not 89, not an 87.
Nope.
And it was
88.
blue. And if you tell that story, I want to go there and tell that story. What? There it is.
There goes Stephanie.
Oh
There
no.
it is. There she is. I wonder if she's hot. Like, that's what I was reading. I'm like, well,
I was
she's
thinking-
good looking. I can't find no
The
info about
answer
that.
to that
So-
question is yes, because she's driving a blue Chevy Camaro. So obviously,
Well, it could be compensating
Yeah.
or something.
maybe.
Well, it's not like some Italian guy in an IROC V28.
But I was
Boy, that Rocky 4 was quite a movie. Holy shit. Oh!
Revving his engine.
I wonder
New
if you
Jersey.
catch up to her though if you see her crash.
I don't know.
Oh, that would be
Well,
She
it
sad.
just
says
speeds
that-
by.
Yeah.
Andy would see the car and be like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!" and he would
She's
try
not
to
him,
follow
I
her.
crash.
Is she,
and
is
I
she
do
hot?
it.
Let me see.
That's what she does. She's like an automotive succubus.
She gets people to join her in her driving of this road.
she's
So-
rushing to get her gas pump.
Yeah.
They don't do it in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they didn't do it back in 88 either.
They still pump your gas when
Yeah.
you're there. Yeah, you're
This-
not allowed to.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
It's
that's
weird. I feel
It
like
is
so
awful.
weird, and they got.
I couldn't live in
actually,
Jersey.
Which is fine.
If I lived in the
Like,
border of Jersey, I would drive into whatever state, like Pennsylvania, New York, and
When,
get my gas.
when my friends from Jersey come to visit, they're like, "How do we pump gas? We
That's
like
terrifying.
we need to drive back to Jersey to get gas."
We are
I'm
trapped.
like, but I feel the same way. I'm like, I have to have enough gas to get from here to Jersey and then
Out
back
of
to
Jersey.
PA. Yeah, just to the border to be like. I
There's
need
one
more.
guy in town here that pumps gas for you, and I go there all the time.
Really?
oh yeah, on the
In
in
Sunoco,
Brackville.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
is it a choice or is it forced?
No, that's his. That's
He
he comes
chooses,
out. He
yeah.
he comes out and pumps your gas.
yeah, he wants to.
Sometimes it's
There's
cold.
one
man.
right by the Walmart in St. Clair. That
Yeah.
last one. I pump my own gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ain't
do.
nobody pump my gas.
I feel weird
God damn
if
it.
somebody does it. Yeah, I mean Mark does it because he's
All right.
he's good hubs.
The second is the quarter kid. This is the most
Ooh.
famous of the ghost stories. The legend goes that a little boy was killed when he was hit by a car while trying to pick up a quarter. he
Or
found.
drowned, depending on what website you go to.
I'm getting it.
Okay.
Other reports say the children drowned in the water under the bridge. The child, not the children. This was said to have happened at a bridge a bit south of Dead Man's Curve, but a lot of people think it happened at the bridge right near Dead Man's Curve. One legend is if you get out of your car near the bridge, everything is involving your car, you will see a quarter drop when you get out. If you bend down and pick it up, you will be pushed into the water by the ghostly child to avoid being hit by the car that isn't there. Others claim that if you toss a coin into the water,
The blue
ghost
Camaro
boy will
comes
throw back.
screaming.
Yeah,
The blue Camaro comes screaming by.
maybe it was Stephanie that hit
He
him,
dove out of the way because
Yeah.
he was fishing there.
and then he died because she killed him, and then she killed herself.
What a fucking
Hmm.
bitch.
I know it's all connected.
Double whammy ghost story.
Yeah, so like, and
That's
then it
right.
showed a picture of the.
She's like, did I just fucking hit a kid?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! I just hit a kid. Oh my god! I better get out of here.
hearts, I need.
Oh my god! I gotta go.
Come on, come on.
I gotta get out of here.
I gotta get gas. Where's that quarter?
I gotta have money to tip him.
then Giles goes by. You goddamn kids, get off this road. I seen the stream. There's a picture with all the coins in. The one guy, there's a local like photographer, bird watcher guy. He said he goes there and picks up all the coins. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're just pick up the haul. And then there was one report of two kids that went there and they stopped, and then when they said the kid's name is supposedly written on the bridge, and if you say it, then a metal thing hit their car and they got out of there real fast. Like,
Yeah.
would that be the first thing?
There's one
you
I
would-
seen where they
we
kept
gotta
throwing-
go. We have to go. Why do you have to go? What was that?
Yeah.
Let's look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's not a
would.
gunshot.
That's me. I'd be all about.
You know,
I'd
it
probably
wasn't
jump in that
a
water.
bear. It
Might
was
have
it was a metal sound.
been.
We gotta get the hell out of here.
No, I check it out.
Yeah.
I'm all about.
I don't understand why the fear is the first option for everything.
Not for me. It's not.
You know? Oh, a deer! Run!
I can't. I'm keeping all mental notes
Squirrel,
of this. If
gotta
we
get
ever
out
get
of
to a spot where something really fucked up happens and seeing who runs and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Everyone runs into Andy's just like, now
Yeah.
why is fear the first thing we go to?
Yeah.
And then he gets eaten.
Oh,
Like,
I
would,
would watch
I would
horror
stay with
movies.
Andy. Just I like this stuff.
What if it's an alien and they're coming there to give you powers, right?
I'll be getting those powers.
but you ran away?
Or
You get 'em.
anally probed.
Well, hey,
Well,
gamble.
Whatever you're into.
That's the government's the one that does that.
Yeah. So,
I'm not sticking
Just
around to
flip
find
a
out if the
coin.
alien's real or government made.
I would talk to the alien if it's nice. Talk to it.
I
If it's
enjoy
mean, I
pooping
will.
and I want to keep pooping normally.
oh, what if you never had to go
Yeah.
anymore?
I already have stomach issues, so it's not a problem for me.
I don't think I would trade pooping in.
If I could get rid of it, I would.
I wouldn't.
If you could just eat food and you use 100% of it and you never go to the bathroom again, I'm okay
No.
with that.
I'd be good with
Fine
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like that power.
Poop breaks are really nice. Like it's like
You
When
could
you get
still
paid
go.
to poop, that's incredible.
yeah.
I mean, you could still
Well, just sit down
go.
whenever you want.
Just,
Yeah.
just go. Yeah,
Take up smoking. They get
Yeah.
breaks.
they get a lot of breaks. Way too many. This
Okay.
This next
making
one
poop
was
and
kind
smoke
of
at the same
was an episode on Supernatural.
Was it? Okay, so another legend is that if you approach Dead Man's Curve at midnight, because it's always at midnight,
Yeah.
and turn off your headlights, which
That's
is not
safe.
recommended because it's not safe, you will be able to see the apparitions of all who died there. So you'll see that girl, and then you might see that kid. If he's near there, but he might be at the bridge that's like 4 miles down the road.
Yeah, pushes
Interesting.
somebody in the
Oh.
water.
Yeah.
Not this one, but that's pretty cool. I'd go at midnight just to
Yeah,
see all
so
the
that's
apparitions.
not the one hotspot, Dead Man's Curve, which then there's
I know.
pictures there. It is a sharp turn, but like it doesn't really look spooky.
So-
And they also said that the clans did stuff there too. The clan had
Yeah.
meetings there, and there were
Mm.
satanic rituals right
Meet
at the curve.
Meet me at Dead Man's Curve.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
We gotta talk about
Sign
how
me
we
up.
hate blacks and the
Yeah.
Jews.
That road,
Oh,
that
not for
stretch
them.
right there, I think that curve is the best spot to have our meeting.
I
We
want
just
to
go
see
right to
those.
that curve.
Got a real beautiful.
I seen that
overlook.
old castle, but that's only there one day a year. So we gonna have our meetings, me and Cletus and Jed. We can't be going there. We gotta go to that curve.
I would like to
Last,
see the
last
ghosts
time
in
we had
the
to be down
castle.
there, those albinos came and ate us.
Yeah, you know what? I know the white, but I hate them too.
I'd ignore them. Go see ghosts and castles and whatever else. Is
So going from white,
And if you go 3 miles down the road
Yeah.
there, those goddamn ghost dogs, they just
yeah,
I better see some ghosts.
I-
And
I-
there's
I
that
done
goddamn
found
kid
two-
with that cord.
235 in that stream right there when I was in there trying to fish.
I'm taking home about
Yeah.
30K a year in that pond right there.
So let's move on to the menacing black truck, right
This-
out of Maximum Overdrive or Dark Side from Twisted
or
Metal. if you will.
Supernatural.
See Supernatural. I haven't
Sup-
seen it.
Supernatural.
I didn't mean to
episode.
capitalize
very
it, but I
early.
did. It is said that a black pickup truck haunts the Clinton Road, seemingly coming out of nowhere and flashing its lights while getting very close to your rear bumper, then suddenly disappearing or chasing you to the end of the road, which I read, but I didn't put in here. It is said that a man named Giles Jones, who should have went in to be jazz artist because that is a
What a
fantastic
name.
That was definitely
This
one of the
is
dead clan
exactly-
members.
That's
Giles
exactly what
Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight Giles Jones.
Yeah.
Will be
Did
playing
Did
saxophone.
they steal this from Supernatural?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened on Supernatural.
I believe.
I believe
This is
Supernatural
probably-
may have lifted it from this.
Yes, I
I'm
bet
just
like when they were
joking.
writing Supernatural, they probably did look around local ghost stories. And
They
say,
do.
what can we
Yeah.
Well,
adapt.
supposedly,
do,
there.
yes.
I've never watched the show, but
Best show
doing
ever.
the research, there was a moment on Supernatural where there was a ghost boy at a pond, and when you throw coins in, he would rip you into the water or something like that.
Okay.
So they feel like maybe Supernatural took a few stories from this road.
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
yeah.
I mean-
they must have.
All local
How many
folklore,
seasons
that's
was there?
awesome.
15? They probably run out of
15.
ideas. Like, hey, what can we use?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a lot of
Jersey's pretty
mythology.
fucked up. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is season 1 or season 2. This
Okay.
episode is pretty early on.
There you go. Well, Giles Jones lived in a rural area off of Clinton Road at the end of a dead end road because, of course,
Dead.
he was described as a miserable, hateful man who very much valued his privacy and didn't want anyone near his property. Get off my lawn! Like, said to be infamous for wielding a shotgun and chasing off any who wandered too close to his property. It is said that Giles died of a heart attack, and with no family or friends, his property reverted to the state. The state, not being very concerned, let the property go, and it was forgotten, along with Giles' black pickup truck. Legend has it that if you are driving down the Clinton Road, of course at night, and dare to honk your horn 3 times, because, 3 times is always the rule.
Tree
Yep.
loops.
Yeah.
Tree loops.
Giles and his hate-filled black pickup will appear, chase you down while firing his spectral shotgun out of his truck, which I'd love to see that.
I'd
Yeah,
break-
Yeah.
I would
I'd
love
brake
to see
check 'em.
that.
It also says like lights
Oh,
will
he-
follow
he
you,
tailgates.
the floating lights will follow you and chase you to the end of Clinton Road.
Oh.
Mhm.
He's defending his
Go.
territory.
So how many ghosts can we trigger at once?
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
you
Oh,
get
let's
him.
trigger them all.
You
In a
get,
10-mile
you tell
road,
the story as
if you don't
drive
see
by about the
something, you
Corvette.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another story of kids that spray painted. They wanted to go to his house. I don't know how true it was. That's why I didn't do it. And they wanted to spray paint their initials in the back of his truck. And they did that and they left. And then he came after him and he got him because they found that their car all smashed up from all 4 sides and they were all dead inside. I'm like, I don't believe that.
Mm.
So, but plus there was I couldn't find any actual information about Giles Jones and if he lived or not.
actually exist.
Yeah, but a lot of those pages that I did talk about, they do talk about the phantom black truck that chases people down. So I'd love to honk 3 times to see the truck. It'd be awesome.
Old Giles is
Yeah.
on our ass.
With jazz music playing for some reason. He was a hateful man, but he loved the saxophone.
So
Played
calming.
beautifully. Yeah,
He has to be calm while he's chasing these people down. He can't concentrate.
I know. I mean, something got to make you happy in life.
Yeah.
Living on the most haunted, abandoned stretch of highway, like probably doesn't cut it. We'll move on to the Clinton Furnace.
Ooh, furnace.
Built in
Oh, nice.
1826, the Clinton Furnace was originally planned to be a sawmill and a grist mill. Grist mill is grain, so
Mm,
just so everyone knows. Obviously, sawmill, we know what they do.
Yes.
They became then became an iron foundry named the Clinton Iron Works. The furnace itself still stands, and it's like a big pyramid-looking thing made out of
Hmm.
rocks. Used for smelting iron, it is currently fenced off for fear of liability for injury. The furnace is on the National Register of Historic Places, so that's why it's
I will
fenced
be
off.
there.
There's also a house there too that's still standing that looks
There
pretty.
we
If you
go.
Google it, it's like a white and black house, a little run down
totally
looking, but
go.
it's all fenced off. You can take pictures, but
Oh.
they don't want you
That's
going in
fine.
because you get hurt. And then you
Mhm.
sue the National
Yeah.
I would
Register
jump
for
the
Historic
fence.
Places, and you know how people sometimes are looking to get hurt because they want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, rumors that druids, the first time they
Ooh,
appear, practice their
druids.
rituals there, and that is actually a druidic temple and not an iron smelter. It is said horrible things would
Interesting.
happen
I would
to
love to
any
find
intruder that came too closely or at the wrong time. Now, druids, not
Not scary.
malicious people.
No,
Very
absolutely not.
peaceful.
Yeah. So I don't know
Nature
why that
loving.
came about. And there was even like I found an article about the Clinton Furnace.
Do you think
and-
maybe because they see guys in hoods, they're like, oh, they're either Jews or Satanists?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
or
a warlock.
Klansmen. Yeah.
He's gonna kill us.
So
Jews
either
are
you're
so
seeing a
peaceful.
Satanist or a Druid,
Mm-hmm.
or an albino or a KKK member.
Yes.
Or a kid. Or
an alien.
Stephanie.
Or a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one wears hoods anywhere else.
Yeah.
You know.
And the distant two of
Yeah.
Yeah.
two hearts that beat as one.
Trapped out, baby. You love me forever.
oh.
on a cassette tape, a Sony cassette tape.
The only thing left behind
Ooh.
is the cassette, the tape from a cassette.
auto rewind. How
Shit.
about it? High
Yeah.
fidelity on that bitch. That's a nice tape deck for 1988.
She had a mixtape her boyfriend made her that,
Yeah.
that he ripped off the radio.
The radio. K-Rock. Maybe they
On
put
there.
the big antenna. They could have got K-Rock.
Can you please play the song? It's the last one I need on my mixtape.
Oh God, mixtapes. People are like, what are they talking about right now? Why didn't they just use Spotify?
Before Spotify playlist, you would make the girl or the guy you're into a nice little mixtape, and you'd play your favorite songs. Or in my case, "Bitch, I'm Gonna Kill You" by Eminem. No, that's not.
No Wilson Phillips, no Janet Jackson.
what's the Wilson?
Say goodbye.
The 90s were a very angry time for us white boys. You know, we had Rage Against the Machine.
Bye.
Nothing wrong with it. But I listen to everything.
We're gonna get flagged. Let's stop singing.
Yeah.
Copyrighted
One
music.
more day.
One more day in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Clinton first. There's not much. They just said druids were there. That's all I could find. Just druids turning into
Just
animals.
Just
yeah.
hanging
Some
out,
druids.
doing shit in
Making
the
some
woods.
foods. Yeah, just having a good time around this pyramid thing.
Yeah,
And then people are like, druids, run!
so scary.
So moving on.
Throw a quarter at 'em.
Strange animals. And yes, I said animals. Strange creatures have been reported at the scene along the Clinton Road. While black bears, poisonous snakes, and coyotes do call the area home, there are even more wild surprises in the woods around the Clinton Road. Whitish gray wolf-like animals with red to yellow eyes.
Ghosts.
Now, I will
Yeah.
say this.
Yes.
In some of the research I looked at, there is wolves are not native to Jersey.
Mm-mm.
People think like there's no wolf in Pennsylvania unless people are bringing them in or something. But
Yeah,
let
we're
them
not.
loose.
There's like wolves.
I
are
mean,
not
there
native.
is a wolf sanctuary in
Yes.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, but I mean like
but
native,
they're not native.
No,
Coyotes, however, are.
Yes.
Yes.
coyotes are, but there is also like a hybrid coyote wolf where
Mhm.
it's like and it's not even like a wolf. It's just a larger breed of coyote.
coyote.
Mhm.
And then also somewhere near this stretch of road, there used to be an animal sanctuary that then was abandoned.
Okay.
That did have monkeys and other types of weird animals,
That could have got out and
and now live
Oh,
in the
yeah.
woods.
Yeah.
So I don't want to disprove it right away.
and I seen because I was looking up.
But it's plausible.
I got in a rabbit hole and I was looking at the big cats then, and it
Yeah.
said that some big cats they escaped. Like someone reported in Pennsylvania, and it said they can go up to 400 miles away to find a home
Mhm.
and just live in the woods. So it's kind of plausible.
Yeah.
I mean, not if they're floating or spectral. Or,
And one of the ghost dogs I read was like I was like, oh, is it like a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler? No, they reported like a
a little tiny,
Chihuahua.
yeah, like
Oh,
a yippy
shut
thing.
up.
like a
Come
like
on.
with red eyes floating next
Like
to
a
their
little
car.
Chowini. Just
Yeah.
like a little Shih Tzu.
Oh,
Shut up.
like my Leia?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
a weenie.
Like a red-eyed Leia
Yeah,
flying at 65
just like
miles an hour.
shaking.
like I said, like yeah, dogs the size of cats. Imagine like why would you even
Oh,
report
Leia.
that?
She's like floating through the air, but like shaking,
Yeah.
like
Aw, my little Leia.
They're not
in
even
her
big,
little sweater, just like
Yeah,
they're not even old big enough to open her mouth.
I think I'm
But
dead.
Leia's a little bit quieter.
she is. She's just nervous.
It's one of
nervous until
the
you get to know. Until she gets to know you.
one of the just learning druids that when they turn into animals, they turn into a little yappy dog instead of some big bear.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so that's what it is.
Real
It's really the
fucking
druids,
funny, Frank.
not
Yeah.
ghost animals. It's the druids practicing their.
they're all the rest are all
their,
like pretty deer and everything, hawks and little
Just a
chihuahuas.
pug.
Yeah.
He's like the the fattest, oldest pug.
Yeah, or
just like
a wiener dog. What am I supposed to do?
There's just one druid that likes small breed,
Oh, please,
small breed dogs.
please stop gumming me. Biting.
oh,
Biting? It's biting? Is it biting right now?
and it's like
My buddy had a Chihuahua, and like it'd be like fucking freaking out because it's tiny, and I go to pet it, and it would like bite me, but I'm just like, you can try.
doing?
Like,
Your
oh, it's
fingers
like-
as big as its head.
yeah, it's like it's massaging my finger. Yeah.
Chihuahuas are nice.
So others say, like you said, the all-black dog-like creatures with red eyes this time, and then reports of floating dogs chasing after trucks, and even one girl reported to see a monkey along the road. Which
Yeah.
that's like just driving down. I think I just seen a monkey.
I mean,
up.
I've
This is
seen a
Clinton
peacock
Road.
on Group 61
I got
already.
time for monkeys.
Is that a monkey?
this is Clinton
Yeah.
Road.
Is that a monkey? Shut up.
It
What,
could,
what are you? Are you with the Klan? Are you with the Klan? Seeing a monkey?
Yeah.
it could be somebody that had an exotic pet.
I mean,
Yeah,
they can
that's
get
like
loose.
super plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That got loose and lived for a little bit. Doesn't live forever, but you know,
Yeah.
it's what would the monkey mate with
Yeah.
a deer, monkey deer hybrids.
I hope so. just a monkey with like hooves and antlers.
Yeah,
The monkey got mange, and
Yeah.
and develop white skin. And that's the
That's the albino.
Yeah.
the
albino.
albinos. Maybe the albinos had a pet monkey. Maybe the druids turned into a monkey.
Yeah,
That's what they see.
I think that's what this is. Either exotic
They're
pets or druids
shapeshifters.
practicing their thing.
Mhm.
turning into
One of
their
the stories
animals.
I read was these girls it was 4 people in the car. They were going down the road, and all of a sudden they were being chased by one of these dog wolf
Mhm.
things, and they were doing like 65, 70 miles an hour trying to outrun it, and it was keeping pace with the car and slamming into the side of the car, and it wasn't running; it was floating next to the car, and they blew by a cop, and the cop pulled them over,
Mhm.
and when the gut lady, like, did you see the fucking floating dog? And then the cop was like, I never come on this road without my gun.
Okay,
Oh
well,
my god.
Yeah, that was
maybe-
the story I read.
maybe your proton back. You
Yeah.
know, like what would the gun do against
Yeah.
the floating dog creature?
Nothing.
I don't know.
It's like, oh man,
Yeah, I
I
see
gotta,
the-
I gotta patrol the roads of
Yeah.
Clinton.
the Clinton
The road of Clinton.
Maybe if you have the gun, what's his name? Keanu Reeves had in Constantine, where it was blessed
Yeah.
and everything.
Yes, I love that movie.
Don't forget your blessed gun, Frank.
Yeah.
You're going to Clinton Road
Yeah.
tonight. Damn it,
Thanks, Cap.
too old for this
Yeah.
job. I'm too old for this shit.
Maybe
Some
they're
strange
dire
animals.
wolves.
Dire wolves, well,
ghosts.
well,
They're like
Druids
regular
turned into-
wolves.
Yeah.
So
But dire.
I have a question about these druids.
But
Can they turn into
Game of
anything
Thrones.
or just animals?
Just usually animals.
Depends on what
Usually
video game you're
animals
playing.
or like plant spirits. So like they could turn into like a tree.
Yeah, they're
My thought was, what if they turned into the castle? Like
Oh,
on
Oh,
the
yeah.
30th, they just show up and they're like, be a castle.
They can
And
make the
all like
castle
come
big.
together.
they're like cheerleaders. They just make
Yeah.
yeah.
The pyramid of-
They stick away from that because that's what a Satanist and
They're like,
Wiccans
it's just too
plan
much
on.
work
Yeah.
to do it more than one day a year. So it's
Well,
like,
that's
That's
a
like their Christmas.
manifestation.
It's like their Christmas. It's some
Yeah.
pagan shit.
This road literally sounds like a haunted house. Like every quarter mile, the next person takes over.
You're
a
Like,
different attraction.
"Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
they're like, coming up on you. Time to
Yeah.
fuck,
There's the clown section.
time to fuck this car up.
maybe it's the aliens who do it next.
Stephanie,
Yeah.
play your tape.
Because druids and Wiccans are nature based.
Yeah, they Druids are very nature based. That's
Mhm.
why, and they're not evil. So I don't know. I think
No.
whoever said I've seen Druids, they didn't know.
No,
Yeah.
they're
You
like
know?
they're like nature monks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people get really freaked out by druids and Wiccans, though. And it's just crazy.
Are
that
we
they get-
familiar with the spaceship in New Jersey? No.
You got to
No.
give it a little more info
Yeah.
than just the spaceship. That'd be like, hey, did you see the Bigfoot?
that
in-
James?
in the mountains?
Yes.
Yeah, type a little bit more about it, James, and let
Yeah,
us know
'cause
in
there
the
might be.
comments. We can read it.
'Cause there's
Yeah.
probably more spaceships.
Well, we are getting into spaceships
We're
on
getting there
Clinton
right now,
Road.
yeah. Because we're almost there. So we covered everything: ghost, clan, cults. Now we got even aliens. Oh my! Not to be left out, extraterrestrials even have interest in this damn 10-mile stretch to fully bring the paranormal full circle.
I don't know why the news just doesn't live here.
I know. Why wouldn't you just come here every day? What's that on Clinton Road? A huge triangular disc was spotted overhead Dead Man's Curve. Flashing lights over the reservoir, and then the best red, white, and blue lights all over the forest have been seen on both sides of the road.
America.
Patriotic aliens, baby.
All right.
Hell yeah.
They might be from
I
outer
love
space, but they
USA.
love the U.S.
Thanks, guys.
They're trying to
Toby
blend
Keith.
in.
Thank you, guys.
The blast to put a boot in your ass is the American way.
Do they wear boots and little cowboy hats?
What if the black pickup truck is aliens with their shotgun?
Oh yeah, maybe.
All
I mean,
right.
well,
I'd be
what's
all
the-
right with it.
what say the aliens never created any type of weapon, and then they had to take shotguns, so
Yeah.
they just liked them,
Maybe. Yeah.
and then they
Maybe
just
they-
chased down teenagers.
Shotguns are what like alien kids play with. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cute, honey. Here you go. Here's your sawed-off shotgun.
Or aliens sometimes have pointy heads and gray skin.
Mhm.
Maybe people are confusing the clan,
Plan with aliens.
with aliens
Oh.
and albinos.
I thought you were gonna make
Maybe.
a Dan Aykroyd joke. I thought it was going straight
Coneheads,
Conehead.
oh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
Coneheads. I didn't like the
and then to
Coneheads.
conceal their
They were
identity,
scary.
They
they
were
then
very
put on
creepy.
hoods.
yeah.
And now they're druids.
Yeah.
I also
They're
didn't
just
like Mars
aliens.
Attack.
Mars Attacks was,
Yeah.
honest to God,
They creep me out.
that traumatized me as
Me
a
too.
child.
I was
Bum,
very
bum, bum.
traumatized by
Not
them.
unusual.
No,
Yeah.
I can't. I can't. They
The
really,
that
I get
Ugh.
chills.
that
Ugh.
TV
Nope.
show that you were telling me about, like it seems like everyone in the world
Oh,
started to watch
Resident
it.
Alien.
Like, everyone's watching it now.
It's
It's
a great
getting
show.
really popular.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
I want to start watching that. That looks really good.
Yeah,
actually.
so-
I would dig that.
Aliens, and then there was one thing. There was one of the ponds have an island. Apparently, satanic rituals and sacrifices.
Of course it
were
does.
there. Yes, and also I heard.
Don't go out there.
Yeah, on that island.
They got them satanic
And,
rituals up
yeah,
there.
and sometimes the people say the boy is at the lake and he'll push you into the lake if you're recording in the lake.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like, okay. And then
I
the
can swim,
clan
so it's
sacrifices a goat, and that's what brings the castle back every October.
Wow.
Oh, somewhere some of these stories got
Getting
mixed up.
extreme
I'm like,
now.
I don't think the clan's killing goats.
Yeah.
I
They-
think they do.
Might want to kill something else, but I don't think they want to kill the goat.
What if they escape that zoo and they're just trying to just kill all these animals?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
They
Like-
could just give them to a
Sacrifice
zoo,
the
a
animals,
different
bring the
zoo, a
castle back.
sanctuary.
And the druids come. No,
The druids will put a stop to that.
we're gonna cast roots that will bind you to the ground. So final words of the Clinton Road here. There was one confirmed death on May 14th, 1983. The bottle of Daniel Deppner was found when a cyclist riding down Clinton Road in a wooded area of West Milford, blah, 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 New Jersey, spotted the corpse being eaten by a turkey vulture.
Turkey vultures
So
are
there's
nasty.
turkey vultures. They can get very big too.
Yes.
Oh, they're huge.
One almost flew into my car.
They are very big and they're mean too.
Yes, they are very nasty.
When they fly over you, you can hear the.
Yeah.
Yep. It was trying to kill itself that day. I don't know why.
Oh, God. The body had been wrapped inside a green garbage bag before dumping it. Richard Kuklinski
Yes.
was charged and convicted of the murder. So they did find out who did that and then threw a body in the road. There was supposed mob like throwing the bodies here.
Yeah, there was a
Oh,
guy.
So
God.
not only do we have the KKK, we have the mob.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
the
this
mob.
guy dumped bodies in there, and one of the bodies they found had crystallized ice in its veins or in its organs and shit.
Ugh.
So the people who were found the body were like, well, this body was staged somewhere for a while and then dumped, and it was done on purpose to kind of throw off forensics. And then when they caught this guy who was like a notorious killer, serial killer, mobster, he admitted to dumping that body and maybe a few more in that stretch of road.
He deserved it. That's why I put him there.
Yeah. So it's very possible that this was also the dumping ground for
Yeah,
a
for the
serial-
mob. It's
for-
5
for-
miles northwest of NYC. you
Yeah.
know?
I love when you're in the mob, you're no longer a serial killer, you're just a mobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're- yeah.
Because you're not like killing them pervertedly. You're just shooting them and they're dead.
Well, not every
You know?
serial killer is perverted either.
Yeah, but I mean, you're usually
You're-
killing
I mean,
them
you're
for
not-
most
pleasure.
of them
Yeah,
are.
Like the mob isn't killing for pleasure so much as just killing
bus-
whackers.
Business.
Yeah.
It's business.
Yeah. Whereas serial
Jimmy
killers
owed us too
do it-
much money. We had to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? You know,
He's
take
gonna
care of
rat
him.
me out. He's a rat.
We threw him off on the side of the road there.
Oh,
Threw him over a bridge and found a bunch of change down there.
They're taking over my territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
The-
Serial
the-
killers just
what
like
the
to
girl
kill.
was a mobster because 1988 Camaro. That's kind of a mobster.
She stole the
For the
mob's
80s.
car.
It was
Yeah.
it was one of her.
She was a honeypot.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
then she wrecked her car and the mob got mad. Oh my god.
Why'd you give it to the girl who can't drive?
Yeah.
She had to go around one turn.
One turn
Just
on the
one.
whole road. What the fuck? Hey.
It's only supposed to kill
Yeah.
men. What the hell?
Can you imagine it? Like all these things on the road at the same time.
Yeah, I have
Mobsters, the clan,
I have a
druids,
theory.
Satanists,
I have-
Wiccans,
That is all a lie.
animals, aliens watching, and ghosts.
Yeah.
All at the same time. So it's like I said when we did Gravity Hill, ley lines probably because that's what our quartz because quartz can
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say.
Gravity Hill's
flashing
just
in the white.
Gravity Hill's
Yeah.
just an optical illusion.
but remember we did
There
that
are
we
these
expanded
things-
there was cryptid sightings and
Mhm.
UFO, all this like paranormal. Does it say like the ley line supposedly where they lay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
There's this thing
No
called
pun intended.
the Van Allen belt,
Yes.
radiation belt,
Mhm.
where it's like there's different spots like along the globe where there's like heightened radiation and whatnot, like it's on a map. So I'd be interested to look and see where that general spot
Yeah.
lays on it, because if like the higher radiation, there's the higher chances that if you drive through it, EVPs and with like the whole like mind altering thing where
Yeah.
you could see things that aren't really there
Yeah.
because of the actual
Just like if you
fumes
live
and
next
radiation.
to the big electrical towers, you know
Mhm.
the pyramid, what's the Paris thing called?
the oh my
Think of Paris.
god,
I'm an idiot. Yeah, we're all idiots. What's
Eiffel
the-
Tower.
Yeah, what
The
they look like
tower,
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel
If you live
Tower.
next to one, the electronic radiation that comes off of them can make you see things. That's
Yeah.
like the electromagnetic field in the
Mhm.
house with the EMF detectors.
Yeah.
Like I heard, they said a lot of people next to them experience a lot of paranormal because they see things because the fucking radio
EMFs
waves or whatever are
inside their
going
brain.
Because that 5G
going
is
inside-
fucking with your head.
going inside my head, make seeing things.
I don't want better internet on my phone.
You know, Clark, when I use the microwave, I piss my pants. So it's like that. So I mean,
That's a
is
whole
there-
other conspiracy
is there
theory. The
something-
5G theory.
yeah. Is there something under this stretch of road or in this area that's
I'd be
making
interested.
people see
I'd be.
things?
I'd be interested. I would be
I'm
interested
currently
to
looking
go
that up.
to see if like a local library would have because a lot of a lot of libraries have like the local like maps
Mhm.
and like layouts of like deposits and whatnot.
of quartz? Yeah, and they always
Yeah.
have high quartz deposits.
Yeah, just the geographical whatever's laying in there.
So in conclusion,
Let's wrap it up.
the area. the airy aura that surrounds the stretch of road in upstate New Jersey is certainly something to be talked about. Whether the reports and stories are real or just tall tales meant to scare children, the 10 miles of road that run through the woods of New Jersey will live on.
Yeah.
Be it satanic, Wiccan, druidic, ghostly, or even otherworldly, the Clinton Road is home to some of the best paranormal hotspots this side of the Mississippi. So go throw a quarter, turn off your headlights, honk your horn 3 times. Who knows what will happen?
Good fucking job,
Yeah,
Andy.
how about that?
Good job. That was
job.
good.
Job.
Um,
That was fantastical.
so this is the section of the show where we say bullshit or not,
Mhm.
and I'll start.
Well, there's a
Of
lot
course,
to.
you're just waiting.
There's a lot there. So, like, how does all this happen in one area?
I will say it's because it
People
was
to go there.
probably a party spot
Mm-hmm.
or probably a spot
Well, the castle existed. That's true.
where kids would go and vandalize old property or go
Okay.
vandalize things or
Mhm.
hang
Go
out
fornicate.
or go fornicate or go party. And maybe 1 or 2 kids fucking drove that windy ass road and got killed in car accidents.
I'm sure there was car accidents.
And they're like, what's the best way back in the day to avoid kids or get kids
Mhm.
not to go to a spot is say that there's spooky things out there.
Yeah, say tall.
There's and then just to like it just seemed like they threw everything at the wall.
And if you don't believe in ghosts, the KKK's out
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
We know they exist.
yeah, it's like so that's my theory. It's like if your parents are like, don't go do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you go do that, goddamn boogeyman's gonna get you. Like
give it the quarter.
Yeah.
It's gonna push you in the lake.
so
Poor kid with the quarter, man.
I just think
If
it
I
was
see the quarter, but
a collection of things that just kind of got crazy. And then obviously I think sometimes people like that are local
embellish.
can mess with people.
Yeah.
So
Oh, gosh,
I
yeah.
did talk to some friends who lived in Jersey and they did have an experience where they were driving and they were chased by a truck. Where
Really?
they feel like they were chased by a truck. Yeah. This may be something that we may have people come back, like if they listen to the episode. If you are listening to this and you live in the area or anything like that, please send us your stories at let me make sure I saw the email right. I believe it's truthbehindillusionpod@gmail.com. Let me
Oh,
just double
interesting.
check real quick here.
Yeah, write up your story. Send them in. If you don't want us to say your name, we will
Yeah,
not say your name.
truthbehindillusionpod@gmail.com. Email us if you like the show. Give us any feedback. Here's the big thing. When you're creating something like this, feedback, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's just like enjoyed it, or
indifferent.
hey,
Yeah.
I listened to the show. It
That's
goes
interesting. And that
a
goes
real
right through
long
the
way
bottom half of it.
to anyone
does.
involved. You know, I just had an experience. I was on the phone today with Nikolai, and we just did our interview with Fright Rags, and someone who we actually mentioned on the show was watching the entire time. You know what I mean? And then reached
And
out.
they randomly texted me and were like,
Hey.
like, why are they like? I looked at my phone while I was at work and I was like, that's odd.
Mhm.
I haven't talked to them. Like, there was no like specific reason
Yeah.
that they would be messaging
Mhm.
me. And the first thing was, I saw the episode like right from the start, like,
Aw.
the first couple minutes.
Honestly,
really
cool.
great.
So
you
heartwarming.
could be that one
Yeah.
person that says you listen, and it really it means a lot. Like
Yeah.
especially when you're
I
putting
would
a lot of work
cry
in. Yeah.
if somebody said that they watched. I would cry.
So email us, send us private messages. If you send it on Facebook, everyone in the group will see it. If you send it on Instagram, I'll have to. Actually, Instagram's connected to Facebook, so it'll work too.
Mhm.
Just send us a message. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Send us your email. Send us your messages or your ghost stories or experiences. We'll
Mhm.
start. We want to start playing them on the show.
Any type of
We do
story.
have a couple that are going to be starting to come in.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cryptid stories, ghost stories.
Yeah.
Mostly,
Alien.
I have a couple friends and like family members of
Okay,
friends
cool.
that have ghost stories that are
Or-
going to
or
send in.
type
If
of
anyone knows how to
matchup or
work
something?
Photoshop, we need your help. We're trying to fix the logos.
Yeah. So what about the people that live in New Jersey? What they say about Clinton Road?
They just said
Go in there?
it's been a spot where people experiment and go try it.
Yeah,
and
there's
do
a lot
things.
of goofy YouTube
And-
videos.
And if you go on YouTube, you will completely not believe any of this
yeah,
stuff. because-
Yeah.
but you can tell when they're like, "Oh, my phone rang and it was the devil." No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude!
the Satanist dude, they're getting us.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
I would say if you do go there, go during the day. You know, like
Yeah.
that way you can see everything.
We will experiment with this. We're gonna go during the day and scout the road, and then we'll go back at night. Fuck it.
Yeah,
And figure it
Yeah.
out,
Honk that horn.
we'll go throughout the day.
Take
Then
a
we'll
low
go to the
quarters.
Clinton whatever diner,
Yeah.
and then come back at night.
eat that giant hamburger, and then come back
And then
through
while
at
we're
night.
running, we'll take a huge shit in our pants if something happens.
But I, will
I mean,
say,
I
if
won't,
you can eat
but
that burger
you
in
guys can.
an hour, you get $2,000.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, the big
The-
one.
the-
It's like
the Zeus.
150 pounds
Yeah.
or whatever. It's
Oh.
like
$300 or something.
150
Yeah.
pound burger.
Yeah,
There's
would-
no way.
but
It's-
it's like you and 9 friends
Yeah.
or whatever.
There's a limit.
do it in
but
an
if
hour,
you can
yeah.
do it. It's for free.
Wait, you can do it with a team?
Yes.
Yeah, you do it with a team.
No, the
let's
smaller
fucking
burgers you can't.
do it.
It's
We're
only
bringing-
the Zeus burger.
I'm bringing Heidi.
We'll show a picture. The Zeus
Oh,
burger is
Heidi
free
will
to the table.
fuck
She'll take at least half of that.
dominate.
Yeah.
It's
She'll
insane.
dominate.
Clinton Station Diner. I'll give them commercial.
Yeah.
Advertisement, whatever you say. But they're
If I-
they're nowhere near this. But
Yeah.
Podcast brought to you by
Yeah.
Clinton Station Diner.
Yeah. So and I should let me give some shout outs here.
Oh, before okay, well,
go
you
ahead,
find that
Tori, you pull up what you thought. You say what you think about this topic.
I think it's a giant pot of a whole bunch of stuff. And I think even if there were like some legitimate things that could have definitely happened, I think like local folklore and coming, I kind of do agree with you about it's just like a local spot. Can you believe it?
Holy
I
shit.
believe
You said in the chat without even doing any research. I bet you I believe all of it.
I did, but I'm kind of eating my words. I think there's possibility that it could be really cool.
And I think if you go to a location and you already have it in your mind that you're going to experience something because you've heard so many things.
It's the intention of it. You're
Yeah.
going to experience something. if
yeah, but you
want
hear
to
something
experience
That
weird.
is not
there's
true.
Bigfoot.
Just so you all know.
What?
Because I've been trying to experience things for years and have barely had any luck with that.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, a lot of people did. I want to see you go so bad. And they, oh, I see something.
Mm.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You know what?
but it doesn't work that way. Not for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think that things could have definitely happened there, but I think it's a lot of it's blood.
We're gonna go on a booze cruise. We're gonna drive the 10-mile road down Clinton.
I was thinking a
cruise.
boat. Well, you probably take it through the reservoir.
Yeah.
Take it to the island, sacrifice them.
Well, that's what when people get a bunch of beers and go drive in their
Oh,
car.
I thought a
'cause
booze cruise was like a party on a boat.
it can be, but
Hence the cruise part.
it's a school county thing where they call it
I've-
booze
I've
cruise.
never
where they
Like
get-
on Lake Wallenpaupack
that
with the
just-
Dunder Mifflin
Yeah,
crew.
yeah. Well, that just shows
It's a booze cruise, all right.
Yeah.
Certain states do that. I think there's some down south that do that.
Yeah.
I looked at some.
All right, Bree, what do you think?
So I looked up the ley lines here as we were talking about it, and it does go through a part of New Jersey that borders New York. So I think that definitely has a potential of affecting the things that occur there. I always thought the ley lines are really interesting.
Let's see here.
It's a very interesting theory, speaking of ley lines
Hmm.
and energies.
Well, where
Mhm.
Jersey is, there is one that goes through northern Jersey here. So
Mhm.
it is kind of close. And there's a point, well, a little bit north of Jersey where it's like intersects with 3 intersects. Some
Mhm.
possibly. I'd like to see a
Yeah.
better map. I should see if I can buy
Yeah.
like a good map of ley
Is it
lines.
like LAY, like lay like that?
LEY.
LEY, Van Pelt ley lines. Yeah. You can check.
LEY.
There's a few photos there. So I wouldn't say I believe every single story that has been listed there. But I do think that there's definitely been some spiritual activity, especially given the different ley lines that run through there. But even without the ley lines, I would have said there's probably definitely some
Well, we
spiritual
don't know if the
activity
ley
there.
lines are connected because we don't know exactly where on that map Clinton, Jersey, that road is and how close it is to a ley line, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking. There was
Yeah.
one that's kind of close.
Like there's a line that goes through Jersey, but Jersey's a big place. That road could be
Through
like
Jersey.
30 miles away from that.
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
Several times.
Yeah.
It goes
Yeah,
through Jersey.
There's a
several
couple
times.
here.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it
mean,
goes through several
That's
times.
one theory. I mean,
Yeah.
Not to say that's. I'm sure there's ley lines where there's nothing that happened.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think there's probably definitely some spiritual things happen. As they say, there's like where there's smoke, there's fire. So I would definitely say that there's some spiritual things that did occur. Which ones? I don't really know. Probably more of like the ghostly experiences, not necessarily the castle popping up, stuff like that. But I'd say some like ghostly experiences probably definitely occurred.
I did hear another, just to kind of go thinking in my head again, a good story, like a ghost story, is there was people camping at the lake,
Yeah, with the patrol.
and 2 park rangers came up and talked to them and like, hey guys, just be safe out here. Things weird happen, and they're talking to these park rangers,
Bears and
and the park rangers left. And the next day, like they went into town, and they're like, oh man, I'll tell you what, we camped up at that lake, and the park rangers are real nice. And they're like, there's no park rangers that patrol that road. I'm like, yeah, we talked to them last night, and they're like, oh, there was 2 park rangers that died in like 68 back then.
yeah, it was 1938 or 39.
Yeah.
They died.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
there
know.
was the story of
Wow.
2 park rangers died, and this couple was camping there and said they had a full conversation with these park rangers.
But they're very
Wow.
nice, so there you go. I'd be
Yeah.
afraid.
I totally
Exactly.
believe that shit. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
I think that kind of stuff is true.
so that was another story just kind of popped in my head.
There's a bunch,
Yeah.
and some are just really wild and out there. I'm like,
That goddamn monkey chasing me! And then while the monkey's
yeah.
swinging, a fucking dog is
floating by, floated right by.
This fucking
I'll tell you
hillbilly
what.
is shooting a shotgun.
Yeah.
Some bitch blew by me doing 185 in a blue
Did the
Camaro.
blue Camaro ever hit the black truck though?
Yeah.
Oh no!
That
Goddamn
would be
fucking
interesting.
kids chucking handful of quarters at me.
I will comment on
Aliens.
the exotic pets. I was driving to Reading once
That
to go
should be
shopping,
that should be a logo.
and there was
That's a
a,
good
a
one.
peacock walking by Port Clinton.
Oh
So-
yeah,
I could see that because
Yeah,
people do own.
Yeah.
Us,
They
us
do
in a
own
car
peacocks,
freaking
yeah.
out with everything
Everything
attached to
around
the
it.
car.
I love
So,
that.
The Clinton
I-
Road jersey.
I will say probably people do own exotic pets, so there's
Yeah.
probably a chance you might see an exotic.
I mean, I
pet
knew a guy
roaming
who owned a
around.
fucking alligator in Monty City, so
I knew somebody who owned an
What
alligator
a sentence!
too. So
What a great sentence.
it might have been an
I-
alligator crocodile. There's a difference? I
There's
just
a
don't know.
difference.
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
it was Leatherhead.
Yeah.
So I mean
called
that's
that.
probably like somewhat plausible.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to say, James said here. So the spaceship in New Jersey, we'll put it in the chat here. He said, there behind a gas station in New Jersey in the late 1960s appeared a man-made spaceship cockpit, supposedly made from the ruins of Apollo 1.
Hmm.
But the oddest part is of this art piece is the astronaut. The astronaut is a
May just
like a
be...
voodoo man or whatever, but it
Mhm.
actually it moves by itself at night.
Oh wow!
Interesting.
I'll have to look into that. James.
Thank you, James.
And then not in your mod, you're a garbage man. So authorities, I don't. Maybe that's not had to happen later, and we just missed it. I
that was
apologize.
yeah.
But Nikolai, your take on Clinton Road?
The castle, definitely. It's gonna happen.
Castlevania.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
And if it's not a cardboard cutout, I'm gonna be very disappointed because that's what I want.
We are gonna go there in the summertime.
You have to
Yes,
hike to
yeah, but it's
the
gonna be
ca-
October 30th, or
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it. I'm gonna be disappointed.
You have to hike to the castle. It's not like it's off the road a little bit. I mean, it's not
That's
off the road,
fine.
yeah.
I'll hike.
Is it private land? If we go there, we're gonna get in trouble.
Not the castle. The furnace is private
I still want to see
because
it,
it's the historical society.
but you can still go see it, right?
Yeah, but
Like,
it's fenced off.
Yeah.
So you can only see so far into that furnace where the stone actually
Mhm.
still is there.
Okay.
But you can see the a little bit of the ruins of the castle.
I mean, is anyone gonna stop you?
Yeah, well, I mean, you can hop the fence. I mean,
mean,
The druids.
yeah, the druids might
The
get you.
druids will
I
stop
mean,
you.
I'll
They'll
hop
they'll
the
just
fence.
real nice.
A
just
deer
come out.
comes up and all of a sudden
Guys, can you please stop? Can you please get out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Druid.
he's shocking you with lightning.
I don't
Druids are real peaceful, so
vines around your leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it rain, okay?
I'm gonna have a gnat come and
It's
just,
just-
really bother
yeah,
you
it's
all
just
day.
rain. I'm gonna summon a squirrel.
What is your take, Andy?
I don't know. I think
I wasn't done.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Nikolai's not done.
Nikolai.
Kind
Sorry.
of just, I was just making a joke about a castle.
You said, yeah, castle, yeah.
Cool. All right,
Done.
move on. Oh yeah.
No, I could definitely see the Dead Man's Curve thing, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I like the story and the idea of it, but it reminds me so much of Greek mythology.
Mhm.
The whole we have the coin based thing,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
at midnight you see a bunch of people, and it's a river, right? So to me, it almost is like that's the veil's thin part of seeing the river Styx.
Oh, the thin
And-
veil.
Oh, that's
You're
cool.
I
you're
like that.
stuck there because you didn't get the coins when you were buried. So all those dead people.
Interesting.
That's why the coin is so important.
Yes.
I
like that.
That's
Yeah,
like that's like Irish too. Like
Yes.
they put the pennies over the ice so they can pay the ferryman.
Yeah,
Cash full pennies.
Sorry,
It's
you were
true.
dead seriously.
It's true though.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
True.
That
Yeah.
actually
Boondock
happened.
Saints.
They literally.
I know.
They do it in Boondock Saints,
I
right?
know. Yeah,
They do.
they did, but she was
And
like
it-
the ferryman.
But it's true.
Oh, it was the intensity of which I said ferryman.
To pay the
But
ferryman.
it's true.
Yeah, we talked about it on. We'll plug it in a little bit here, but we talked about it on a pilot episode podcast
Oh,
where
gosh.
I just the afterlife. I have so many fucking like. There's like everyone has like 14 fucking different theories of it, and it's
Mhm.
like, well, they're all acceptable. It's like, how? Like I don't know, because
Well-
my brain's just like, wait, they can't all like. Is there reincarnation? Is there fucking second lives? Is there are you a ghost? Is it
It's your
residual? Like,
choice.
it fucking too much to take in. Like I don't know.
It's all at once.
like if I'm a dead kid, it's like, oh, sorry, Timmy,
If I'm a dead kid.
you're stuck here throwing fucking coins on a road your entire like come on, man. Like it wasn't my fucking fault. I got smacked by a car. Like I'm stuck here.
Yeah.
Like this is my life. Like
I don't know.
But
make-
are you
make it
are you
good.
aware? Or
Yeah.
Is it the residual harm?
You
or
might
is
be
it the same
frozen in that
thing
moment.
acting over and
Yeah.
over and over that doesn't really have
yuck. If I
consciousness.
finally leave this existence and I'm stuck here doing the same fucking Groundhog
Well,
Day thing,
here-
That
here's the
depends
thing,
on
though.
you.
It could be a part like
scream.
with when somebody dies of a very traumatic
Traumatic.
experience. There is something.
my whole
that-
life has been traumatic.
I'm telling you how this works. It leaves, like I've said before, it leaves like that imprint of trauma. So like even if let's say like that the soul of the boy moved on and is like whatever, there still could be that quantum energy that's just right there doing the same thing over and over again because of that
So
trauma.
it's not
we
an
did-
intelligence. It's just like it's like a piece of audio being played over and over.
Exactly. So
Or
then when
video.
people go with
Yeah.
an EVP and the ghost is talking back to them,
It's just that
it's-
repeat.
it's
Yeah.
just horseshit because the ghost can't, like, if it's just an imprint
not
and there's no
intelligent.
consciousness, they can't respond to you or
Yeah.
tell, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
They can respond to you, but it's of a very basic consciousness.
like, who's the president? And they're like,
They
Reagan.
Yeah,
they're
Reagan.
not gonna go and they're not gonna confirm like, oh, like Joe Biden is our president right now. Like they're not going to be
I mean,
that. They're
depends who you
going
ask.
anyway, but it's like they're not going to be able to confirm like current events. It's
Yeah.
going to be they're going to
Yes or
usually
no.
say the same things over and over again.
Yeah. And that's
That
the
means
mystery, is
something
people are trying
to-
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just so much. I don't know. I just feel bad for if there's a ghost there and you're like, just fucking her whole ghostly experience is just driving
Yeah, but they
in their
don't.
car.
They're not aware.
Right.
that we know
'Cause they
of.
haven't
That's a
moved on.
theory.
Well,
know?
yeah, but
Mhm.
like
Maybe
it's
it's like
not like they're
WandaVision where they're just trapped.
yeah they're super intelligent. It's
Don't
just
spoil anything.
it's like they oh god did you watch episode 1?
Yeah.
That has been stated from the beginning. Newsflash.
That's like oh you spoiled it. It's literally on the cover of the fucking book. Like how can it's not a spoiler.
Anything else? Your theories or
No, I just really like Greek myth.
yeah.
I like that
So do
That's
I.
why you're the that's why you're the god up there.
Mythology's
Yeah.
The
great.
Greek god.
Yeah.
Andy, what is your take on Clinton Road? On Hillary Clinton
Wow,
Road?
yeah, I didn't
Hillary
do. I didn't.
Clinton.
I made it all the whole
Bill
episode.
Clinton.
I didn't do one Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Not even one.
Go ahead.
Do
Go
it.
ahead.
Do the whole thing.
Are the
Bill
Give your
Clinton
answer
Let's
and
just
Bill Clinton.
redo it.
Are the Hillary? Wow.
I think there's like I think the girl, the wrecked car was pretty cute. I like her. I seen her.
Did you have relations with her?
Yeah.
Hillary's trying to get the
Depends on what your definition of biz is.
and Hillary was trying to
Out
get
here,
the little
see
boy
her
ghost
rapping.
into the,
Yeah.
she was trying to get him in the pizza's place, you know?
Wait,
Oh
what?
my, what?
Oh, Pizza Gate.
Yeah, Pizza Gate.
Oh,
you know.
okay, yeah. Like,
Hillary
and then
Clinton.
people that get killed over in the comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
I don't know anything about that.
You don't want to know you'll get murdered.
I think that
All right, then keep me
I think
on.
there probably was a clan there. The mob probably did dump bodies there.
Oh, Northeast Pennsylvania, and there's
Yeah, did someone wreck a car
Northeast-
and die?
Northeast-
Probably.
Northeast America.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know, I don't the Giles Jones, a little bit of a tall tale. I don't-
Very tall.
Yeah, I don't think that one really happened. Maybe there was a guy that lived there, but so it's like kind of like 50-50. Some
Yeah.
of it's real, some of it's not real. Does the castle reappear on October 30th? Probably not.
Yeah.
Was the castle there? Was there satanic rituals there? Maybe.
We'll find out.
Yeah, probably.
We're
I
gonna find
mean,
out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
I mean, some of it's real. I just wish there was a little bit more cryptic. I wish they would have seen like some Bigfoots and stuff. Big feet, whatever you want to call it. But there was no like
Big-
other than the wild
they
animals.
probably did, but they fucking with everything else going on
Yeah.
there.
Hey, that satanic people need things to sacrifice. They probably killed all the wild floating dogs to
Yeah.
sacrifice them to the devil.
Yeah.
And that's
No.
why
Now
they're floating
now
around.
Now they're back as
'Cause they're
devil
pissed.
dogs.
Yeah, devil dogs. So yeah, some of it's real. Some
Sounds
of it's
delicious.
the more wilder sounding thing. Like if we go and throw a quarter in, I don't think we're getting pushed in the water. So
I mean, we can all swim,
Yeah.
so it's fine.
yeah, and it's a little creek in the one area. So if I fall in
Keep
that creek, I'm not.
keep
I'm like,
Heidi away from it.
Yeah.
this is like a foot
We
deep.
can. We can.
Well, I got
How do you
Makes
find a
sense.
way to drown in it?
yeah, so,
Aw,
so
we'll
some
save
of
her.
it's
We'll
real,
save her.
some of it's not. The
She'll
Dru-
be in the
Druids-
car and she'll
yeah.
just like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm drinking. Ah.
Druids no.
Yeah.
No druids.
Sorry,
Yeah.
no, and then I looked in with the only report of snow in July I could find is someone said it snowed in July there. And I was like, I couldn't find anything else. I wanted
Yeah.
to find something else. I don't think that happened. So-
Someone's like,
I don't know,
enough of everything.
It's
It
interesting.
snowed
I
in
want to go.
July."
I bet you that horror movie made about it is awful.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah,
There
I
is-
looked at it, but I
there
didn't
is
watch
a movie. I didn't watch it, but every podcast I started researching where they talked about the movie, the podcast started like, "We're gonna watch the worst movies." So like I was like, "Well, this movie was probably dog shit."
Yeah.
but, yeah. So I just want to. Oh, I lost.
But I love it. I love it that it encapsulates everything.
And you, where did you get a lot of your information from? Weird
Many articles. There was a Weird New Jersey. There was a Daily News article.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. I would just type in Black Truck, New Jersey, and read a couple stories. So I plagiarized from a lot of different places.
Yeah, I
And then
I
put
listen.
my own words to it.
Yeah, I listen to Carrying Into the Void podcast. I listen to the Broho podcast.
Oh,
I started listening to a little bit of the Visually Stunning Movie podcast. They talked about the movie, but
Mhm.
I quickly got out of there. The Bad Movie Night podcast. That's another one where they started talking about
it's probably like a slasher movie.
Horrific
Mhm.
Heartland podcast. Trying to find the one I really.
I never heard any podcasts, as far as I know. I don't know if the Cryptonauts ever done it or the called Scripted Conspiracies. I don't.
Yeah, there's a guy who
I'm
lives
sure that someone's covered it, but I don't know offhand.
there's a guy who lives in Pennsylvania who does a podcast by himself called The Realm of the Unknown.
Oh.
So
Oh, I like that
podcast
name.
local PA guy. So go give him some follows and some loves. Tell him we sent you. Dude, if you guys go to his Instagram page and said you guys got plugged on this podcast,
He probably make his day.
it would. It wouldn't make his day.
Yeah.
As much it would make our day. That saying that you listen to our episode,
Mhm.
like and that's the reason why I want to start doing it. Like if someone goes to his Instagram, the Realm of Podcast, like, hey, they gave you a shout out on this podcast. They listened to your episode. He did a great job, and he's a solo guy, so it's just
Wow, that's
it's just
hard, yeah.
him doing
Yeah.
it. So I give a lot of credit to that because it's not easy to do. Before we get into our show plugs, I just want to say if you guys are still tuning in and you're having a great time, I would ask you if you're interested to go over to our Patreon, which is if you go to our link tree in the very bottom, the first link you're going to see is the Patreon. If you click on it, it's $5. You sign up, and straight from that site, we're going to be putting, as soon as this episode is over, give us a couple minutes, but we're going to be putting up a link in there. You click that link on your computer or your phone, and it'll take you into a private room. And the private room is where we record this episode, and you can watch live. It has its own private chat. You can hang out with us. It's a literally behind the scenes Patreon episode. If you have things going on tonight or you want to catch the episode later, we do upload the video on a private YouTube thing, and we also upload the audio that you can listen to or download and listen to at your own leisure. So you are getting bonus content for every show that happens on normally on a Friday. Banging Beers, sometimes we do bonus content, sometimes we don't. But for the most part, every show that we do on a Friday gets bonus content. So if you want to go and join us, it's $5 for the extra episodes. It helps us grow. Head over to Patreon right after immediately following this episode, and give us a few minutes, and we'll be getting everything.
And you get a shout out too.
And we'll give you a shout
from
out.
$1
Yeah.
all the way up to as much as you want to give.
Yeah, we actually do have a new shout out. So that was a
Whoa.
great segue. We have someone
Oh.
brand new.
So Giles Jones of Clinton Road, New Jersey, thank
Yeah.
you for being a Patreon.
Thank you so much for your phantom dollar.
Yes.
Please
So,
don't run us over
I'm
on the
gonna
road.
do the last 30 days because one person who's donating fell off because it was past 30 days.
Okay. Well,
But it's Jen. So
yeah.
Jen, thank you for
Thank
your
you,
donation.
Jen.
Thank you, Brad Zalonis, our brand new Patreon subscriber.
You're
Um,
welcome.
yeah.
the
what
PA
was his name, Brad?
Brad Zalonis.
Well, thank you, Brad.
The PA Pile Driver podcast,
Oh, thanks.
the Hireth and Other Words podcast,
Oh, thanks, Tim.
and Jay.
Oh, cool.
So thank you guys so
Thank
much
you, Jay.
for your
Mhm.
your Patreons and helping us out. It means the world to us, and it helps us grow. And once we figure out the logo situation, what I might do is just only do Teespring, because like we've done Teespring and the quality is a lot better. I like the TeePublic, but I don't know. The issue I'm having is I don't have the dots per inch, and every time I try to save it, it doesn't save. So we're going to work on some things. Give us a little bit, and we will try to have it back up and running so you guys can buy merchandise if you so choose to. But for right now, all the merchandise is off the table until we get it fixed. Because I just feel bad that you guys are paying your hard-earned money to support us, and you buy a piece of merchandise and it doesn't meet the quality I think it should be,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do that to you guys. So if you want to donate, like I said, we have a Patreon that you can donate to, or you can do a one-time donation on a PayPal if you really want to as well. If you don't have money, that's great too. All you can do is it's super helpful is tell a friend, share, tell people we exist, subscribe, go to our social media pages, and invite and head over to our community page and help grow that as well. So even we're not always looking for money contributions. It's just help get the word out and let people know we exist. That's kind of what we're here for. We enjoy doing it, but we enjoy talking to you guys and having that interaction.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll start with you, Tori. What are your plugs?
Bewitched and Clover Designs is where I do my logos and other art and graphic, just digital art. And also La Zingara Tarot
Ooh.
on La Zingara Tarot, which is the gypsy in Italian, which I am Sicilian and I have those roots, so I can fucking say that word. So anyway, but
You have a new logo you just came out for a guy from the Bangin' Beers page side
Yeah.
of things.
Yep.
Yeah. His little nutcracker guy.
yeah, I did that one. So and I also do the tarot readings on La Zingara Tarot. So that's me.
Yep. Nikolai.
So Fright Rags is releasing a limited run of the My Bloody Valentine.
Heidi ordered hers.
run. It's going to be 4 days. It ends Sunday at midnight.
Yeah.
So
Is the George Romero thing done?
yes, that was done last weekend.
Yeah. If you don't know what Fright Rags is, it's a t-shirt company that does horror movie and pop culture inspired t-shirts.
That are all licensed.
They're all licensed, official licensed by the movie productions, and they're fucking amazing. If you're interested and you're into the pop culture or comic books, horror movie, television shows, head over to Not Cool in High School podcast. You'll see most of this show on there, except Tori.
Mhm.
But the show we just interviewed Ben from Fright Rags and had a very, very good time. So go check out that past episode. You can search Not Cool in High School on all podcast platforms. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Andy,
Is that it? That's
just making
it.
sure.
I will plug the Cult Cryptids and Conspiracy broadcast today this week. It's two girls from California.
Yeah.
And they talk about shockingly cults, cryptids, and conspiracies.
Yeah.
So it's a fun podcast. Check it out.
And we're both wearing, speaking of another,
Yeah, Kryptonaut podcast.
Kryptonaut,
shirt.
which is probably my favorite.
That's a Flatwood Monster, which is very cool. It's very 70s. That's why I like this one.
I got
story.
It's called
like the iron worker.
Yeah, Union.
shirt, the
satanic
union,
cult.
the union one.
Yeah.
Really cool podcast. If you're really into the cryptid side of things, go check out the Kryptonaut podcast. They
Yeah.
do a fantastic job.
Yeah, they focus on just cryptids, but
Yeah.
sometimes they delve in there. So, but
They do some other stuff, but they're really, really good.
yes, it's very well produced.
You got me
as
hooked.
well. Yeah, it's good.
And they have a cool little community page. I invited you to it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Some of my plugs for this week.
Bree.
Not Cool in High School are one of our other podcasts that we do. And
Coming up is episode that you have a guest booked for.
yes, I do. His name is AJ Hunt. He is locally from Pottsville, but he lives in a different state now. He will be talking about his first ever published book called Alliance. And he is gifting us a book, and it's inscribed to us. It will be coming
Aw,
Cool.
very
that's
soon.
awesome.
Awesome. We're excited.
Yeah.
Just the only thing I got is just check out the IWEP network. We do a lot of cool shows here, a lot of fun stuff. Check out that Patreon. As like I said, right now, no physical anything physical to give you guys, but definitely subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell a fan. Tell a wrestler.
Tell a wrestler, yeah.
Took that from Murder My Dude, and obviously they took it from
That's it. That's the old wrestling.
old wrestling thing. But yeah, and also new show coming to the network.
Whoa.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's a show I have nothing to do with, which is like, super exciting.
You just upload it. That's it.
Yeah, well, actually, I only have to upload it once. I'll upload if they do. I don't know if you're just doing audio or audio and video. I think it's audio and video.
Yeah.
So I will just upload the video and then the audio on the IWEP network. So
cool.
people who already subscribe will see it that way.
Mhm.
But they're gonna make their own platform
Yeah.
to upload it
Me
to,
and Alex.
their own platform, their own Facebook pages. I don't have to run it. I'm fucking pumped.
Hell
That's
yeah.
great.
If you're into this show, it will carry over to that. So this is more of the
This goes more onto the deeply spiritual like consciousness, like it's called esoteric reflections. So it's basically like how we'll go into like the scientific quantum consciousness of like spirituality and conspiracy theories, and we'll dive deeper into it and more like take like a scalpel to it and make it very, very scientific and quantum. So
More
big-
niche. If you
it's a lot of big words. I just yeah.
He ain't talking about no monkeys running through the woods.
Yeah.
Would you like to give an example for some viewers so they might know what?
we do have the one that we kind of just put out, like the one night that Alex and I were just talking. We were just like, "Do you want to like do a podcast?" And he was just like, "Sure." And I was like, "What are you doing right now?" And he was just like, "Setting it up." And I was like, "Cool."
Yeah.
And honest to God, it's been a long week, so I don't even remember what we talked about.
I just remember I was drunk and they invited me and I probably derailed most of it.
Oh,
and then I
God love you did.
yeah, and then I stepped away from it and then let them finish. I haven't checked it out yet. I will do that. But that's just the video only. It is on our if you go to the video section on Truth Behind Illusion.
Okay.
We will also share it on Truth Behind Illusion, but they will be making their own stuff as well. And
Okay, cool.
we'll send our audience over there because it is an IWEP network production.
Mhm.
Logos and all that cool stuff is coming soon. So definitely keep an eye out for it. If you follow IWEP or Truth Behind Illusion, it will be posted there.
Yeah.
Very,
And
very
our
soon.
next episode is going to be on deja vu
Oh.
Ooh,
Do,
I
do,
like
do,
that
do, do,
one.
do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do.
and what it means
made
and where it comes from and how is
Cool.
it a thing.
Also
Very
was a
excited.
Nintendo game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
really
very
cool.
excited. And Alex will probably be coming and hanging out with us sometimes on Tornado Tag.
Mhm.
He may be hanging out with us on Not Cool in High School. Like
Cool.
Alex is pretty
He's
much
the man.
He's pretty much joining the network as like a partner. Like he still has his own thing. He's still part of the High Tension and the Camp Leapfrog.
He's local, but not real local. Not
Yeah.
like we are.
But we're very similar minded when it comes to what we're trying to do and helping each other. We're going to be, without saying too much, we'll be making content for his network, whether it be the High Tension network or something like that. and then he'll be joining us on the IWEP network. So we're doing like a cross brand thing where he's making content for us and we're gonna be making content for him. Really, really good dude. I've literally the past 5 nights staying up late working on logos for no reason, obviously, because they're all still messed up. But he's been on the phone with me till like 5, 6 in the morning. Just
He's the man.
he's a good dude. Like I come home from work and he's like, I'm still up if you want to have a conversation. And we just talk on the phone. He's a really, really,
he's great.
I love the dude to death. Good guy. He's in the chat right here. He put,
There
he put a lot of
is.
logo symbols up.
Aw.
Some
We don't speak emoji.
But,
I speak emoji, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
so he's a good dude, man. To go check out the High Tension Network. Go check out Camp Leapfrog, which is airing this Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Camp Love Frog.
Camp Love
Ooh,
Frog.
Aw,
Valentine's
that's so
Day.
fucking cute.
Alex may have a major role in it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So go check that out. And also, we're going to be doing a podcast tomorrow night, Tornado Tag Podcast, where we're going to be doing a preview of Camp Love Frog, and Alex will be joining us. And then
Cool.
we're going to talk about, this is tomorrow, Saturday, and we're going to be talking about love in pro wrestling, whether
Ooh.
it be
I like it.
story or not.
Oh,
story.
that's cool. That's
Yeah.
that's a good one.
So are you coming tomorrow night?
Maybe, yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I have got anything to do.
I think we're going to do like 8:30, 9
Okay,
o'clock start, like
fine.
we normally
We'll
do.
be in Philly.
Oh my
That's
god.
right.
We're having
shopping.
Valentine's Day.
Good.
Valentine's
Get
Day.
her out of the house. Yeah.
You,
It's a
you
great
can only,
celebration
you
of
can only do
friendship.
Valentine's Day if you're a Parks and Rec fan.
Yeah.
If you're not a Parks and Rec fan, can't do it.
And Heidi
I
never
agree with
treats
that.
herself,
I agree
so
with
she's
that.
not going to
Treat
spend it.
yourself.
She's literally going to walk and be like,
Just
"Oh, I
that.
wish I would have bought that," and then she'll come
Yeah.
home and be like, "I seen it, and I
You
didn't
know-
do it."
You know, I have a Parks and Rec calendar, and there's not a Valentine's Day reference on that.
That's
month.
bullshit.
stupid.
Yeah.
They
Little
should.
Sebastian is on this month.
Oh yeah, you were saying that you got that. Yeah.
Mhm. $5 a
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
So guys, if you are interested, head over to Patreon. $5. Come hang out. We're going to be doing another episode in about 5 to 10 minutes, and we'll see you guys there. We're out of here. Here is some Casket Company, which I wish I had the date. I should have pulled this up, but they have a new album coming out very, very soon. Go support the Casket Company. This
Yeah.
song's called "The Mothman Emerges." This is
Here, put him up to the camera.
Look at how cute he
It
is.
kind of goes like this.
Where's his little bow tie? His bow tie. That bow tie. He's so professional.
See you guys next time.
Bye guys.